Yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Manchester United Chelsea Spurs show. Man United podcast meets the Ballers at the Bridge podcast meets Talking That Tottenham Talk. Brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. Don't worry, Surfer, Peter, and Jez will be here shortly, and we will be discussing all things Manchester United, all things Chelsea, all things Spurs. So please keep all your questions related to those three clubs. Obviously, Chelsea winning away today, 3-1 at Leicester City. Spurs winning at home, 3-1 to Nottingham Forest, and Manchester United facing Southampton at home tomorrow. So keep your questions related to those three clubs. Big up casually for the raid. There's over 40 of you lot locked in right now. Let's bump up the likes though. Let's bump up we're even at double figures. Let's get in to double figure likes. Let's make sure we do that. Share this across all of the socials as well. And on top of that, subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. So get your questions in, people. I see you lot, a couple people in the chat. Don't forget, link for the membership is in the pinned comment as well. And what we're going to say, actually, subscriber wise, let's have a look here. Numbers. Let me have a look. We're at 5,691. We're looking for 4 new subs. There's over 40 of you lot locked in. We're only looking for 4 new subscribers. All right, now we're at 10 likes, so let's double that. Let's get up to 20 likes and let's get 4 new subscribers. Matt says, big up, Flawless. Big up to you. Big up to X. Says, big up, Flawless. Hope you enjoyed your Saturday. Yeah, man, I'm blessed. Played football earlier. Obviously, watched the Chelsea-Leicester game. And now here with you lot for this live stream as well. United for Life says, I don't even like cherries, but cherry Coke Zero on ice is so tasty right now. Cheers, Flawless. Obviously, that's in regards to... I like the pettiness in regards to Liverpool losing away at Bournemouth 1-0. Hey, 7 days is a long time in football. Very, very long time. Very long time. Big up Victor, who says big up. And he put, we won a game. And it's good to see, obviously, members in the chat as well. Obviously, Manchester United are at home to Southampton. Like I said, at home. Why is my TV? Why did I just turn off my TV by accident? Now it's going to start blaring. But like I said, Manchester United at home to Southampton. And it's a game where Manchester United need to bounce back. Need to bounce back again. Yes, we got trashed by Liverpool. Then beat Real Betis 4-1 in the Europa League. Put that tie to bed. That's all well and good. But I'm looking for obviously the result is the most important thing. I'm looking for an emphatic result. But the performance needs to be better than it was against Betis. Because from like the start till about 15 minutes in, United were cooking against Betis. Rashford scored the early goal. Everything was looking well. Everything was looking good. And then Betis equalized and United fell flat. And literally from when Betis equalized up until Anthony scored in the second half, that second goal, United were flat. And I keep using this analogy in terms of boxing terms. We was out there and our legs weren't underneath us. We was on jelly legs. We was rolling around the ring. We was hugging. We was tying up. We was trying to take breaks because they could have hit us with a knockout punch. Fortunately enough for us, we managed to stay in the game. And Betis don't have that much quality. And then from when Anthony scored that second goal, it was plain sailing. It was absolutely plain sailing when they scored that goal. Like legit. And props to the players, because I'd be here criticizing them had we had lost that game. I'd be here criticizing them had we had only won that game 2-1. I'd be here criticizing them if we had only won that game 3-1. Because at 3-1, I'm there saying, yeah, let's put this tie to bed. Forget the game, let's put the tie to bed. And we've put the tie to bed. And that's what we've done. So now with the Southampton game, again, it's go get 3 points. We're not chasing the league. It's just a question of solidifying top 4 and keeping momentum, because form is not something you can flick on and off like a light switch. And that's why we need to go into the Betis game and, more important, the Fulham game before the international break in good form. Will Ten Hag ring the changes? I'm not 100% sure if he will ring the changes. But before I continue, again, I see you lot in the comments. Yo, we're only at 15 likes, man. Let's bump up the likes. What is going on? You lot slow with the like check today. I know it's Saturday night, but 20 likes. There's over 50 of you lot locked in. Surfer is in the building as well. Yes, Surfer, what are you telling me, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm all good, man. I watched two things today. Did you watch Match of the Day at all?
No, I didn't watch Match of the Day,
bro,
but I seen you tweeting.
They didn't even play the theme tune at the start, bro.
That's crazy. They took the theme tune.
The program lasted about 20 minutes. Honestly, I'm not joking. They went through all the highlights. Yeah, they went literally game to. By the way, shout out to Liverpool, man. That That 7-0 last week's looking real good, right?
A1. Hey, I'm not even cooking. I've not even said nothing on it.
You know, Battle of the North Monday. Oh my God, that is gonna be something extraordinary, bro.
I didn't say nothing.
You know what? I think you should just sit there and smile.
Of course.
You know, no, don't even say anything. Say, I yield my time to Don. Understand?
Yeah.
You know?
How's the day? I was telling him the floor is yours, my brother. You speak on the game.
Rant, my friend.
You speak on the game. And make sure you look so you don't get hit by Salah's penalty. You know what I'm saying?
Also, I just saw Cravadonna's goal again for Napoli tonight. Oh my God, he twisted. It's like a basketball thing. You know when James Harden like breaks ankles, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's one of them.
He just did it to some Atalanta dude. That guy's career's over.
Well,
if you have a chance, anyone in the chat, even for us, you get time during this.
I'm gonna
look at the highlights. It's unbelievable. This guy is unbelievable.
I'll definitely take a look.
He is unbelievable. I would gladly sacrifice all the sales to just pay. I'd pay 200 million for this guy right now. I swear.
Oh, if you're saying that, then I know he's better than
I take him over Leao as well.
Okay,
and he is
Fez?
unbelievable. Take a look at the goal, man. He just twists this guy up. It's unbelievable.
Fez? I'm saying, yeah, Victor, I'm gonna send you the link. Give me a sec. I'll send you the link. Give me 1 second. I will definitely send you the link. 100%. I want to hear what you have to say. Hey, big up to Nuz. Tyrell Gunner TV says, yo, Flawless, you good? I'm blessed. Hope you're good. Same to LFC for the double. But we'll go to your game. Get your thoughts on it. You know what I'm saying? Get your thoughts on it. Obviously, winning away at Leicester 3-1. Talk to us, Surfer.
So I didn't get to watch the game. I was at work. So I've watched like longer highlights and I saw everything.
Yeah, that's calm.
Going on. So story is the way I see it is we dominate the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes or so, but had the chances but didn't take them really. João Félix hit the post, a couple of other chances, and then Chilwell hit a good shot. I sort of like questioned the goalkeeper, Danny Ward's like near post.
Same.
By the way, I know he had some good saves today, but he's generally a terrible goalkeeper. Danny Ward. Should have hit a few more goals, and then from about the 30th minute onwards, I remember what I read. They started getting more into the game in terms of cutting through the midfield.
I was watching that spot on. Yeah.
They hit the bar.
Yeah.
Then João Félix gives the ball away. And Paxton Daka, I didn't even know he still played for Leicester. This guy, Paxton Daka. Do you know what I mean? It's like only us would help some guy break his goal scoring duck. Do you know what I mean? He hadn't scored in like 16 matches. It was. I know people were trying to get on Kepa a little bit. I thought, well, I think the power really beats him more than actual stuff like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't get onto.
Yeah, I wouldn't get onto later in the game. You can get onto Kepa for stuff, but not the.
I'm sure you'll get onto him.
Oh yeah, but then, I know that Mudryk then had a goal ruled out. Although I did like his celebration for that goal.
Oh man, hit it with the drop. Man did the Drogba arms and that. I'm like, yo, I fucks with it, yo. I fucks with it.
I should have given him a goal just for that, man. I would have given him that. But that. Then obviously that Enzo pass for Kaiser goal was just
ridiculous.
There's only a few players in world football that you've ever seen in world football do something like that. You know what I mean? And he's got the vision for that. Great run by Kai, by the way. Yes. What a finish as well, actually. It's a good
quality finish. Quality.
I want him to celebrate more, man. Do you know what I mean? Get the goals and celebrate more. You know, show some bit more, papuchos stuff, But we're going 2-1. Second half, I think we're a bit passive still. I know what he's doing now. He's bringing on Gallagher now, but we switched to a 3-5-2 in there. So we changed the formation a bit, get settled down, try and like hold on to the lead, or get it. I think we got lucky maybe with a penalty shout as well during the game with Fofana. But can I just say, by the way, that how that isn't a red card in the first half? That Pereira challenge on João Félix. Unbelievable that is. That is a disgusting. I mean, do you remember João Félix got sent off against Fulham?
The one in Fulham. Yeah.
He was out of control, right? It's no intent. I'm not talking about intent. It's you're not in control. I mean, they didn't. I don't even know if they looked at it. How can you not look at that? That's ridiculous. Are we going to get an apology as well? from the Referees Association. They keep apologising to everyone.
They're just so shit, man.
But then Kepa did. Then Kepa showed up, tried to do his best to give Leicester an equaliser.
Talking about the cross.
There was two, right? There was the first one where Gallagher hit it off the line.
Okay. Oh yeah.
The second one where I think is it Harvey Barnes or Juicy Hall? He just mishit it. He mishit it. And that was at 2-1. It was so important. But then, we counter-attacked. Kai got the ball. Mudryk headed it on for an assist, and then that was a surprising good finish by Kovacic. Made it 3-1, and then it was just the game was over from then. It was comfortable. It was we played around, and it's 3 points, man. 37 points, 3 more points closer to 40. The only thing I really hate now, if we win next week, right? Stupid international break breaks up the momentum now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I mean, why are we having this? Why are we having this in? I know why we're having this international break for anyone else. I know it's finance and stuff like that. But we just had a World Cup. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Fair point.
These guys just went away.
Fair point.
The season's already extended going into early June. Do you know what I mean? It's like that's when the Champions League final is. It's like it's so stupid, man. It just breaks up the momentum.
It really does.
But 3 points. Keep it going, man. First time he scored 3 goals since Milan at home in, I think it was late September, early October. It's the first time he won 3 games in a row since Potter's initial run here. So again, early October, sort of. But yeah, good 3 points. And like I say, roll on, man. All the I do like all the Kai stands popping out.
Oh yeah, they got plenty to say. They got plenty to say.
We told you about Kai. It's like, dude. I was speaking to one guy locally who goes, "Yeah, all you haters, all the shit. You give Kai all the shit he gets." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm entitled to give him shit because he's deserved it all season." You know what I mean? When he does this for 20 games in a row, like I had to watch him stink up the place for 20 games in a row, then you can call it That's even, fair. Right? At the moment, he's in debt to me by like 18 plus games. Do you know what I mean? So, and I've got all this mud that I've got still to give away. Do you know what I mean? Because that guy I could bury in mud, but I hand over to Victor, man. But yeah, it was a good performance. I'd say Enzo Kovacic. Enzo's a special player, man. I don't get. I know people like to rag on him. He's 100 million, but he's a special player, man. That's all. Oh, by the way, Cucurella was very good, and Koulibaly was good again as well.
I thought Koulibaly was good as well. Before we continue, obviously Victor's in the building, Jez is in the building as well. There's over 85 of you lot locked in, and we ain't even at 30 likes. This is disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Let's get up to 40 likes, people. Hit that like button, check 1212 as soon as you land, because I know most of you lot have accounts. Hit the like button, get us to 40 likes, and we were looking for 4 new subscribers. Now we're looking for 3 new subscribers. Get us to 5,695. Only looking for 3 new subscribers. So 40 likes, 3 new subscribers, and continue to share as well. Pay the toll when you enter the city, man. That's all it is. Pay the toll when you enter the city. Yeah, go on, sir.
I forgot to mention there was also a disgusting challenge on Kai Havertz as well, man. It was like that De Jong thing in the World Cup. You remember De Jong in the 2010 Cup World Cup final? Yeah,
when he got kicked in. Oh yeah, it was Amati.
Remember?
It was Amati. Yeah. Yes, it was Amati.
Yeah. Amati's a dirty bastard as well. I don't like Amati, man. He's he dogged us. He dropped our flag. You know what I mean? In the FA Cup final, that's all we know.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Remember that? Yeah. Crazy. Anyway, I'll leave it over to Victor.
It is. We'll go over to Victor. What are you saying first and foremost? You know what I'm saying? 3 wins on the bounce. Must be happy.
Yeah, man. 3-peat, man. Let's go. Let's go, man. Yeah, man. I'm happy for the game. I'm like Surfer. I didn't watch the game. I watched a bit of the first half. I saw he scored the Chilwell goal. Yeah. But then after that, obviously I went out with my family and so I couldn't watch the rest of the game. But from what I heard we after the goal kind of capitulated a little bit. We allowed Leicester to play their way back into the team, and then they equalised. And then I heard we played better in the second half. This is what I heard. I've not watched the full game yet.
I hear you.
We played better in the second half. And just the way I'm looking at it is I think the players are playing for Potter because they know he's fighting for his job, and I respect it. like it means you're trying to play for him because I saw in the first 30 minutes he was playing Mudryk as a false nine, and I thought, okay, like what are you trying to do here? And then it wasn't working. But I'm happy that he saw it at half time and then he changed it and then he put Gallagher back in midfield and then put Mudryk on the left. I'm hoping that's what happened. I'm hoping that's what happened.
He was more into you. They more interchanged your front three. I'm saying
Yeah.
they was interchanged, but yeah, Havertz was kind of central and then Felix pop up on the left, so it wasn't really fixed positions like that. Because João Felix scored the offside goal from central. Obviously, Havertz's goal was from central as well. Mudryk's goal was more from the left, the offside one as well. But yeah, carry on.
Yeah. This is just all from what I'm hearing. I need to probably watch a full game tomorrow to like give like a proper analysis. But it's good. It's a good win, man. It pushes us on to, try and get the 40 points and then see what happens in the season. You see one more win, gets to 40 points, and then we're safe in the league, and then we can completely shut down. We just shut off from the league.
So you're saying they're done from the league? So you don't want to push them for Europa League?
You know what? I don't know. Because we're 5 points behind Liverpool.
See, there you go.
Because I don't know.
Top 4?
But this team scarred me enough.
Spurs are 11 points ahead of us.
11.
Hey, it's Spurs though.
Yeah, but
the pressure's off now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We won't go to Spurs a lot because Jez is here. We'll let Jez go with the Spurs. It's like, I think it's more a case of win next week. Even at 37, I don't think we're not getting relegated.
No, you're not getting relegated.
The problem is just get there. It's more about getting the wins under your belt and sort of confidence. Then we've got a stupid international break. Hopefully, people come back like not injured. Kante's a few. I swear to God, if Deschamps takes Kante, I will. You know what? After like it's been out 7 months and had about 6 training sessions. I swear to God, I will. I won't do anything. I'll just complain. But it's
I hear you.
You know what I mean? It's like he's Deschamps is one of the reasons Kante's injured, by the way. All the time, I keep picking him and stuff like that. But hopefully he doesn't, and he comes back, and we're able to integrate him into the side a bit more. You know what I mean? Sterling, hopefully they don't take Sterling or Reece James. That Gareth Southgate in it. That'll be. I wonder if Gareth Southgate picks Mason Mount for that England squad. I hope Arsenal someone asks him some serious questions as to why he's not played in the last month. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's a side note. But yeah, get Kante back. Listen, I'm still Potter out. This doesn't mean I'm Potter in. Okay.
Okay, go on. Talk about that. Elaborate on that.
I think if you're Potter out, that's fine. Okay, you can be Potter out and still praise performances and stuff like that. What people are Potter out want to be proven wrong. Okay.
True.
No one wants to be right about a manager doing badly at their club, even in the darkest days of like you were under Ollie. There's no way you in some part you were like, even though you knew you had to go, you wanted him to be proven right because he's only successful for your club.
Facts.
You know what I mean? It's like
110%. 110%.
You're in the mud because Kai Havertz done well. What? He helped my side win today. How am I in the mud? He helped my side win today. Doesn't make any sense, does it?
Egypt. People are so daft.
Exactly, but let's do this, man. Sign off against Everton. Get the win there at home, and then come back hopefully. And then we got Villa on the comeback. Oh yeah, for next Friday we find out who we get in the quarter-final draw of the Champions League, and then the route to the final itself.
You'll know. Obviously, you get in the semi-final. You could potentially get in your semi-final as well. Yeah,
exactly right. 100%. So you could then like start to prep and everything like that. And yeah, man, it's a good last week or so. Last couple of weeks, since the back-to-back but the back-to-back losses against Spurs and Southampton. It's been a good.
Got you.
I can't remember the last time. When was the last time we sounded like this? Probably October.
It's been a minute for you. It's been a minute for you.
Yeah, it's been a minute, right? It's been like you can't remember that we had the odd win, but I mean, bloody hell, we scored. Oh my God! I just realised we scored like 6 goals in March.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
my
bro.
God. I mean, we scored like nearly our total amount that we did before March already.
Potter in, man. Doing the
Oh my
business.
God. Hey, this goal of the month competition is going to be slightly different this month,
Yeah.
baby.
There you got options. Options.
Let's
Let's
take it
go.
from this game. Let's take it from this game.
Options and that. Yeah, the goal today was banging him. The pass from Enzo and the finish from Havertz was quality. And even the goal
Yeah, I
from
wanted to
Chilwell.
celebrate more.
Yeah, Chilwell finish was cold.
Yeah, even though the keeper should do better, he did well. And then the Kovacic goal was a banging goal as well. You lot scored 3 very good goals. I gotta give you
We
credit.
could have scored. We could have scored. No, if we're being honest with the game, it could have ended like 6-3 this afternoon, like or 6-2 or something like that.
Yeah.
In terms of the game, because we had like a couple of chances. We had like Fofana and Havertz headers in the second half.
Yeah,
as well. But you know, it's all good, man. But let me tell you, the day got set up by that lunchtime kickoff result, man.
Finger beauty. You know what I'm saying? I finished playing ball. My team won 3-0 into the semi-final, and then I come back and I see there a goal. I see there a goal down. Well, yeah, I see there a goal down, and then the Salah penalty. You know what I'm saying? It hit my front door.
God, I didn't even. I didn't watch it live, so I was in like.
Beautiful.
They went 1-0 up in half an hour, and I went into a meeting, and I was like, okay, I think Bournemouth scored too early, like I did last week. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're gonna I'm gonna come back and say 1 or 2-1. It's like 1-0, what? And then someone went to me, yeah, you got to see this Salah penalty. It's one of the worst penalties you've ever seen in your life.
Facts.
I said, no, that can't be right. He usually bang on, and he hit it so wide.
So bad.
It's not. He didn't slip or anything, right?
Nope.
He hit it so wide. But honest to God, the gas this week about Liverpool. It's funny for us. It's funny for us. We're like, we can do it. We're bantering. We're just bantering you. You know what I mean? But these Liverpool fans, you won't forget. Yeah, you won't forget today, buddy. 1-0. You beat that side 9-0. And they just beat you 1-0.
Saying, oh yeah, shout out Sonny on the terrace because he predicted 10 points from Liverpool's
first of all, he
next,
predicted Man City
games.
to win every single game and then forgot that they played Liverpool. Do you know what I mean?
Shout out to Jess because she caught him out on that. That was funny.
My God. Yeah.
That was funny. That was funny.
And then, that's going to be amazing, man. The battle of the North is going to be something. You thought last week was, oh, wait, are you both on Troops' podcast?
Yep. I don't know if he is. I know I am. So I'm presuming he will be as well.
God.
I'm presuming he will be. Shout out to my guy Troops every single time.
My
I'm
God,
saying
that's
for the
gonna
call
be
up
something.
again.
That's going to be something, man. You don't need to wear your bulletproof vest this week, bro.
I might just wear it just to take liberties. You know what I'm saying.
We need to find some product that says 1 or something. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, you know.
Miss Pen. That's what I need to find. Something like that. Yeah. Or something. But I'm just going to let him talk. But there's over 100 of you lot locked in. Big up, as always. We have hit. Finally, we managed to bump up the likes. We're at 46. Let's go to 60 likes, people. Let's get up to 60 likes. Let's hit the subscribe button as well because you're clearly enjoying the show. Hit the notification bell when you subscribe as well. It helps the channel grow. If you don't want even more content and us to go live on a more regular basis with better content as well, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Like I said, pay the toll. Please keep your questions Manchester United, Chelsea, or Spurs related. I've starred all of the better questions. Don't worry about that, people. Obviously, if you super chat as well, I will get straight to your comment. I'm sure Jez has plenty to say about Spurs, even more to say about Conte. Not so much today with their win against Forest, but in the manner in which they crashed out of the Champions League in pretty just woeful fashion. It was really bad. T United for life, who says, let's see, I think Varane must play tomorrow and rest him on Thursday so he can play the FA Cup game against Fulham. We have to win the game tomorrow because this win will put the top 4 on lock. Yeah, I agree with you, United for life. Even though I think certain players need resting, I would go like pretty much full strength in this game tomorrow. Well, today now, technically against Southampton. And then because we're 4-1 up against Betis, I would just ring the changes like wholesale. I'm saying like a whole new outfield. Like if I see an entire 11 changed, I'm cool with that. Will Ten Hag do that? No, but I think he'll rotate a little bit more. And then the big game, an important game, obviously, is Fulham on the Sunday next week. That's the FA Cup semi-final at stake. And we can go into the international break, into the quarterfinals of the Europa League and semi-finals of the FA Cup. And that's all I want. If we're not there, something's messed up. Yeah, go on, fam.
Game against Fulham, where is it?
It's at Old Trafford.
Next week?
Trafford. Yeah, next week, Sunday. Yep.
Wait, is Paulinho able to play in that game?
Yeah, I presume so. Yeah. unless he's suspended. Because I know he's suspended today against
I
Arsenal.
didn't know whether the 2 games, because I know they can still be like the domestic games. So were they?
Let us know in the chat. Hopefully, Pelina is suspended.
He's not
That's
playing
a great
tomorrow
shout.
against Arsenal,
He's
right?
not playing tomorrow against Arsenal, no. So that's a great shout.
Oh wait, no, because he missed Brentford, didn't he? He missed Brentford as well.
Okay,
so he'll be back. Yeah,
Going to be back.
Very bad.
Go on. What were you saying, Victor?
City and United are playing at home for the first time like years. The same weekend.
Yeah, the same weekend, but they have. Ain't they Saturday though?
Yeah, they're Saturday.
Yeah,
They're Saturday, West Sunday. Yeah. So they split it up. So obviously, they're going to split it up as well. And yeah, you're right, Mo. Sonny was talking the most. It's great. And the crazy part is, I know Terry's caught up that clip. I'm surprised he ain't dropped it yet. He might have dropped it and I've missed it. But as soon as Sonny said what he said, I said, all right, Terry's about to cut up this clip and it's going to go viral. So make sure you follow me.
I told you,
I need on Twitter and Instagram.
I have to understand.
TV.
I have to understand a couple of our Liverpool fans who are they're Liverpool fans, so they are what they are, but they're realistic. Sonny is. I needed the deluded. I like Sonny a lot. I streamed with him before he got on the toe. So
yeah,
but deluded in terms of like he will not be persuaded by his own opinion on anything when it comes to Liverpool. He will say it what he thinks. He actually believes it. I know what he does, but I need that type of. I've been missing that type of Liverpool fan.
Just complete straight delusion.
Just complete like unabashed conviction that Liverpool were going to go like get like 10 points out of the next 4 games. Well, you're already down, so you're not even going to get 10. You can't even get 10 if you win the next 4.
You're going to get 9, man. Yeah, you're going to get 9.
You're going to get 9, yeah. And one of the games is against City.
Yep.
So you know what I mean? And one against us, so we're in upturning form now as well. So
facts.
Like,
that Chelsea game ain't going to be. That's why I give Potter credit. He switched it to the back 3 and it's working. Chelsea look much better. There's still levels to go, but it works.
I just wish he had his convictions to do that before.
No,
that's the only criticism I can label at him. That you needed to do it before. That's all.
I get your point. Yo, Jez, you there, family?
Yeah,
Jez.
I'm there.
Yeah, man. All right. Where do you want to start? The floor is yours. Do you want to start? I know this guy preparing his notes. Do you want to start with the win at Forest, or do you want to start with the game against AC Milan and going out?
Before we start, everyone, put up in the chat. Make sure you like and subscribe. This also go listen to Forest's new music video.
I appreciate
Make sure as well. And this is something that I have to play before we start in it. 1 sec.
Go on, what's this going to do?
100% handball, a penalty. That's a penalty. Yes, go to the monitor, you useless bastard. That's a penalty, man. Yes, penalty given. Let's go. Salah, Mo, don't let me down, Mo. Do not let me down, Mo. If we miss this penalty, I don't know what I do to my life anymore. Salah! Oh my God! Oh my God! Allah! No words. Lock it off. End the game. Forfeit. Go home. It's over. It's all over. Oh my God.
Okay. I just saw on YouTube the other night.
Beautiful. That's beautiful, man. Beautiful. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Big up my guy Hassam though every single time.
Shout out to the person that actually owns the channel where you just does the reaction of people of games.
Yeah.
Shout out to the person. That was people. But, let's get Nottingham Forest straight because that's quick and easy.
Before you continue, big up Peter in the building as well. Yes, family. Are you telling me you good?
Yeah, man, I'm good.
Yeah, man. Larger. Yeah, go on. Carry on, Jez. Carry on. The floor is yours.
Just quick with Nottingham Forest. 3-1 win. Don't care. They're turning up after the big games. So Nottingham shit. That's the only positives I can say is Paul got an assist. Another game where Paris and Son isn't playing, and Son is playing, and Son scored again. And what's it called? And Steve Cooper is definitely not going to be a Tottenham coach now. So that guy's asked. These are the only positive I can say today. Today as well. What did he say? What did he say today after the game? He said something about how he was mocking the players.
He was mocking the players.
He was mocking the players in some sort of way yesterday. Yesterday actually. Now technically, in a way where like he was talking about in a very weird way, like calling them out. Like, I don't get it. The way he wants to do it, it's just really weird. This is what the quote. I repeat for this is what Conte said yesterday. I repeat, for us to finish in the top 4, it's like winning. It's like win the Premier League. All right, man.
Wow.
This is what he said. But
that's
when you look actually through the table, and when you look at through the times back then, we had worse teams than this team, and we didn't finish top 4. So he's trying to make it seem like if you finish top 4, he has overachieved, which is not the case. In my opinion, top 4 was always the target this season. But in his eyes, it's an overachievement apparently, isn't it? Like, it's what it is. Also, what did he also say? I don't know. He said a lot of nonsense, isn't it? Or do we like? He said a lot of nonsense since he came back in the world. Now, this is pretty much all I had to say for Nottingham today. Like, nothing really. Milan.
Charleston got an assist. Yeah.
I don't really care about that pitch merchant from.
I call him my pigeon merchant. You know, you crazy, man. You nuts.
Of course I would do. Like, that guy's ass fun. I don't care for him. I wish he stays. I wish he's gonna stay 0038, man. I wish he could be, man. But Tuesday, Milan.
Talk about it.
Where should I start? It's when he came back to be in the first place. Before even the game, he was making comments talking about how if you want to be successful, you have to be, and it's not exactly the same words, but it's kind of in the same way, talking about how if you want to be successful, you need to have patience with a manager like him, because a manager like him who where everywhere and he want anything. Okay, we get into the game, the lineup. Let me actually get up the lineup as well, because when I saw that lineup,
take your time, fam. Take your time.
When I saw the lineup, I decided not to watch the game.
Hey man, we're here for the symposium. You take your time, man. It's all...
Yeah. 1 sec. Let me see it. So we started the game with Fisher Fosun goal, Romero, Longley, and Davis in the back. Gaia was suspended, so he couldn't play. But anyway, we need to chase a goal. We played bring back. We played Perisic and Boya with Højbjerg and Skip, and then we went with Kulusevski, Kane, and Son.
Hold that thought, fam. Let me just get to the super chat real quick, but hold that thought. We gonna carry on. Hold that thought. Charles, big up for the super chat. Charles Aske says, big up Flawless in the man them. Liverpool in the dumps again. Do you think they can still make top 4? And any score predictions tomorrow? 4-1 GGMU. Yeah, big up to you. Love for the super chat. Appreciate it. Liverpool, not even in the dumps again. Like, they've been in the dumps. You know what I'm saying? And they were just like the hoe and the pimp. Just let them in the car. You get what I'm saying? Ride in the car for a couple of days. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? They really thought they was him.
They're the hobo that got the ham sandwich for them.
Yeah. That's what it was. And now they starving again. Now the sandwich is gone. They thought it was going to last forever. Ironically, though, Charles, I do think they will make top 4. Yes. I want to be wrong on this, but I think genuinely, like I said it before the game, they played us, and I'm saying it now after the Bournemouth defeat. I think they'll make top 4. I score predictions for tomorrow. 2-0 United. I'll go with. Everyone, quick predictions. We'll go to you, Jess. Score predictions tomorrow. United Southampton.
I think it's gonna be a 3-0.
Okay. Do you think Liverpool will make top 4?
I told you already. Like, I need to wait till everyone's on the same amount of games.
First. I'm just asking you. Yes.
Yeah.
First, Victor, what are you saying? Liverpool, do they make top 4? You on mute, fam?
Yeah, I think they make top 4.
You think they make top 4? And score prediction for tomorrow?
2-1 United.
2-1 United. Same 2 questions to you, Surfer.
Liverpool got to play City, Arsenal, Spurs. They have to play Spurs again.
Yeah,
a resurgent Chelsea.
Is it resurgent Chelsea? All jokes aside, it is.
No, it's not one.
Shut up, Victor, man. We're going to do this. I think Jeff's playing Newcastle. I don't know, man. Wait, Jez, Spurs have to play...
we still have to play United, Liverpool, and Newcastle.
I don't know, I think it'll be tough. I think
First?
they might just miss out. Actually, I think they might. I think to Jez's chagrin, I think Spurs will get fourth.
Okay, so you're saying
You know what I mean? I think, but it won't be like pretty fourth. It'll be like
this would
it'll
be
be
someone
like
who's gonna scrape it,
yeah,
mate.
it'll be like who loses the most.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, seriously, I think it'll be like that. It'll be
Fair.
like it'll be like sort of. Yeah, I think it will. I think because they've still got big games on paper to play. Do you know what I mean? It's like I can see Liverpool dropping more points. I mean, that 7-0 last week is an outlier.
Mm.
Yeah, it's an outlier. Look what happened to them today. It's an outlier. So it's all good. Oh, and what was the other? Wait, what was the other one? It was Liverpool.
No, United, Southampton.
Oh, United.
Prediction.
Or 5-0 United.
I said 5. Peter, same questions to you. Do you think Liverpool will finish in the top 4 and predictions for United, Southampton today?
2-1 United, but yes, I still think Liverpool will get Champions League.
Hmm.
I just think like Tottenham will just reach a point where there's complete apathy towards everything. And like how are the players going to go to work and be motivated to scrap for Champions League again after everything that happened? I just don't see it. I think
Do you know what it is, Peter?
What's up?
They're so. It's amazing how they tried to distance themselves from Arsenal, but ended up being like Arsenal in terms of they built a new stadium. The fans are always focused on top 4, and they play well when the pressure's off. Yeah, like
These
today.
fucking shameless guys, man.
That's why.
What I'm saying is, listen. It's a mix up. What I'm saying is, next few weeks, I think Spurs will win a few games, right?
Me
When
too.
the pressure's off. Then when the focus gets back on them because it's a top 4 race, that's when I think they might choke. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So
They play Newcastle away, United at home, and Liverpool away in the same week. That smells like 3
Yeah,
L's.
we all play in the same month.
That smells like 3 L's to me, my brothers. To be honest,
See, but it's the funny part. You see that run now.
but like Liverpool are also going to lose more games.
Yeah.
See, listen, this is why I say I would like to see everybody on the same amount of games played until I can really say. But the funny thing is here, in that run, everybody's saying we go back to back L's. I think we're gonna throw one and win one.
Yeah.
Really. And then we lose one probably.
I think you'll draw the Liverpool game.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like we did it last season
Gonna
too.
lose all 3. To be honest.
I mean, we had that run.
What you think? Wait, Peter, you think Spurs or Liverpool? Liverpool are going to use
Liverpool probably like go through a stretch where they lose 3 as well, but like Spurs will just like start losing stupid games at some point, like very, very soon. More than they've already. I mean, they've already lost 9 games out of 27.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, like they'll just start losing more games. I think.
See,
Crazy.
For me, I don't think we would. I don't think we're gonna go. I don't think we go there where we're gonna lose the games. Like for me, when I look at the matches right now, I think there's more chances we're gonna drop because them games are in April. The Newcastle, Man United, Liverpool game. I think there's bigger chances of us going in the back one before them, where we play Everton, Brighton, and Bournemouth. I think we drop more points there than that one, personally. And then we end the season off probably winning all the games. But I don't know. That's why I say I can't really call it right now. One sec. I'll get no call. One sec.
Yeah, don't stress, just do your thing. Like I say, big up to Charles as well for that super chat. Like I said, if you lot super chat, I'll get straight to your question. I've started the better questions. Please continue to get your questions in. Just keep a Manchester United, Chelsea, or Tottenham Hotspur related. Over 120 of you lot locked in. Let's get up to, we're only at 62 likes. Let's get up to 80 likes, people. Let's get up to 80 likes. And we hit the subscriber mark. So salute to you lot. We hit the first one, 5,695. We're now looking to go 5,700 people. That is the next. So there's over 120 of you lot locked in. I know there's at least 5 of you lot who haven't hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell as well because you're enjoying it. You're enjoying the content. Jez will be back shortly, obviously.
I'm back already.
About Spurs.
Sorry,
So there we go. So yeah, go on, Jez. Continue. It's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. AC Milan.
Yeah.
Talk to us.
Okay. So the game happened. First half played. I didn't watch. Obviously, I was sleeping because I knew it was not worth watching the game, and I didn't feel like watching the Bayern and PSG game either. So I'm just looking at halftime. I woke up. I'm seeing Jermaine Genius say, "If you're a Milan player, you probably think I can't believe how easy it is." this is what I'd see Jermaine's genius say. What else did I see, man? I'm seeing the halftime stats. When you go back and watch that game, actually, don't watch that game. That was a torture. But if you were to go and watch that game back, generally speaking, you would think we played for a draw when we had to win the game. It didn't felt like you have to go and win the game, because at halftime, 2 shots, 0 on target, 52% possession, in a game where we have to score to at least get it to over extra time. That's at halftime, and I'm seeing stuff like Romero gets sent off. Fair enough, he gets sent off. Is what it is. But why is the centre back coming on when we need to chase a game? By then, by the time Romero got on, we only had 1 shot on target. The next sub that I'm seeing there is Lucas Moore coming on. What is this guy? This guy has scored like, I think, 1 goal over 30 matches, and he's supposed to change the game. But because the Juma apparently was a club signing, he's getting the Jed Spence treatment now. But in the same time, you were not giving Brian Gill any minutes, so you were fine going with less attackers for the rest of the season just because you didn't want to give Jed Spence a season. Just because you wanted to not give Gill any minutes. So the club, actually being clever, they're going through the market, see what the options are. They see Danjuma's available on a loan to strengthen at least the depth. No, because it's not a sign that you wanted, just like Spence. All of a sudden, I don't want to play him. He's not ready. He trains well. He behaves well. Every player wants to play. But then a guy who hasn't played literally half a season comes back and he plays all the minutes now. Just to prove her point that this wasn't his signing. When you know what's on the line. Alright, man. Alright, but it's cool. Apparently it's cool now because we didn't back him. So what? We should go and buy an Osimhen in the January. Is this the only attacker you would have played then? As a backup. But yeah, man. We get into the 90 minutes. We lost. No. At least somebody said at least we draw the game in the second game. No point of it, There's no point because we literally out.
Facts. I thought it was pitiful in the manner in which you went out. The fact that there was just no attacking intent in a game where 1 goal takes you to extra time and there's the Champions League quarterfinal place at stake. That's what didn't make any sense.
We didn't try. We had 5 subs. You have 5 subs everywhere. It didn't matter if it was Premier League or European competition. 5 subs. In a must-win game, we only did 3 subs, and one of them was a centre back. What is this guy thinking? Like in terms of thinking that Davinson Sanchez, Lucas Moore, and whoever the fuck the other guy was are gonna go and change the game when you have other guys still on the bench who can come and help the team go and win. But that's the thing. We didn't try to win that game. That game did not feel like you were trying to win the game. It felt more like, hey, let's just ride it out until the end of the 90. Just play it quickly in 90 minutes and get out of here. And apparently, I heard a rumor he had a full training session in the morning before on the same day. A full training session, bro.
Who had a full training session on the day? Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, Conte made the team have a full training session, not just a light one, a full one. So I was wondering when I watched the game back, why are these guys looking so tired? They're looking so slow and not just prepared to go for the game. Well, because this guy is making them go through stuff that no other manager is just gonna go and do any wise manager.
Yeah.
But because I don't know, again, feels like and the keyword is this. I said the keyword this whole week been sabotage. The way he's been
is that the keyword, yeah?
This is the keyword.
Sabotage.
the press conferences, the lineups, the way he's been approaching games. It feels like he was trying to get us out of the Champions League. It didn't feel like he was trying to actually go and win that game. It just didn't feel like it. But him and his fucking minions on Twitter talking about, but the club doesn't back him. The club didn't do this. The club didn't do that. Okay, talking about backing. Milan's whole back line on that day By the way, this were all their first teamers as well, which I rate a lot of them as well. All of them combined cost less than Richarlison. So what are we doing here about not backing?
True. Valid point. You're making valid points.
We had Paul on the bench. He himself cost more than the whole bench. Milan's bench.
Jesus Christ.
So we're talking about a manager who didn't get back. Well, because our manager only has two options. Either you go and sign him Bastoni, who doesn't want to join, Claudio, who has better clubs in his radar, Barella, who's not going to leave Italy, Brozovic, who doesn't want to leave Italy for Inter Milan, doesn't want to leave Inter Milan for Spurs. So he's making us chase guys who don't want to be here at the club because they play at better clubs or better situations, or they can be at better situations at Spurs than they can be at better situations than be at Spurs. For example, teams who are not only bigger but can also offer more money on wages and stuff. So he's making us do that. But his minions saying, why don't my minions, these minions, but on Twitter, they piss me off because like,
talk about it, fam. This is the platform for it. Get it off your chest.
No, these are the worst people. They are the same people.
These are the worst people.
They are the worst people because these guys think they're talking about how Casemiro should have been a target in the summer. What are we talking about? Casemiro to Spurs? Are you, bro? Yeah. We should have signed a Casemiro. We should have signed a Varane. What are we talking about? We're not gonna get these guys. And this is the thing that's saying, like, he has brainwashed so many people in the fan base into believing that he is the master of all and he deserves everything, and we can't question him whatsoever. Every decision that he does, we can't question him. If you question his thinking, all of a sudden you support Levy, you support Enoch. I hate Levy and Enoch. But Enoch isn't making Perisic and Son play week in, week out.
First.
Enoch is not the one that is making Richarlison play right wing. Enoch is not the one that makes Lucas Moura come on before Danjuma. Enoch is not the one who puts in a centre-back for centre-backs when we 2-0 down. Enoch is not the one who keeps playing the same midfielders, regardless who we play. We could play literally we could play a Sunday league team, and he will still play Højbjerg and Skip for 90 minutes.
Jesus.
It's not my fault. It's not their fault. But apparently it's their fault. Because why? Because we didn't back Conte, apparently. Mate, this team from last season is better than this season. That's why I'm not buying this whole thing about, if you get top 4, it's a miracle. No. You just take advantage of the fact that other teams are shit. This is what fourth been about. Yeah. Technically, right now, we even look at United. At the moment, we're just only 1 point behind United. Obviously, I think United are going to win both those games in hand. So obviously,
we got 2 games in hand over your 1.
Yeah, 2.
2, okay.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying. Let's say you never know. All of a sudden, United drop points in those. You drop points from Hull to Southampton. You drop points to whoever the team that
could happen.
United. So you look at it that. That's why I don't like. That's why I don't really like having games in general. But this is my point that it's not a miracle us making top 4, in my opinion. It isn't. It was a target. And the funny thing is today, we beat Nottingham Forest home and away, but we lost to them in the Carabao Cup. But apparently, our team was not better than the team that we lost in the Carabao Cup. I was saying, and by the way, Harry Kane,
you spitting.
Kane played that game in the Carabao Cup.
He did.
But he wants to turn up for the league games. That doesn't mean shit. But doesn't turn up for the Carabao Cup. Couldn't get the team galvanized. Anyways, after the Milan game, I'm seeing some weird ass comments again. He's talking about how this is one of the quotes. I have a contract with Tottenham, and I will respect the contract. In the end of the season, we will talk with the club. They might sack me in the end. Who knows? This season, for sure, we failed to improve. So we failed to improve. Well, we made a run of 16 in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Again, you knocked us literally out of every single cup because you tried to rest players for Wolves for the FA Cup. FA Cup was also there, but we never talked about it. fuck me. It's been a long 2 weeks, from, but I'm not even gonna go back there. I'm not even going
remember
back.
Sheffield United rested
All I'm
players
saying
for
is
that game.
he rested players against Sheffield United, which was the bigger game for
Yeah,
Wolves. We lost to Sheffield and we lost to Wolves. It was the better players.
I got live on Sheffield United 8.5
So
to win at halftime when it was 0-0. I was like Sheffield United to win the second half and Manchester United to win the second half. Let's do this. And
you know, you know what?
I was like,
And you know what? I wouldn't have you caught you crazy as well. But let's say this, man. So
Sheffield rested players as well.
All I gotta say, Sheffield. This was Sheffield B team.
Yeah,
and this was all B team.
You lost to Nottingham Forest
But,
B team as well.
But apparently, to his minions, Sheffield United's B team is better than ours. All right, man. So you should just go and get the Sheffield United team. We should get every single player that wasn't that Sheffield United team. Ironically, Ahmed Hosage and Dia, the guy who actually scored the goal, these are two actually first teamers that I actually rate. But the rest of the team, you couldn't tell me. You couldn't. Let's say it this way: I see these guys on the streets. I would walk past them. I wouldn't recognize who they are. I would have never found out yet that these guys play for Sheffield United. But apparently, that B team is better than our B team according to these minions. Alright, man. So you rested the better players. We go to Wolves. He plays all the good ones, and we lose to Wolves. So we lost. So he rested.
Sorry, that's mad funny, yo. The fact that sorry to cut you off. He rested the better players for the less important game. Not only did you lose the more important game, then the players you brought back who were better, you also lost that game.
You lost the game.
That's bad funny.
So I thought you guys did lose last week. Hold that, by the way. I forgot about that.
So we are trying, and this guy's talking about
last week.
This guy's talking about we need miracles to make top 4, but then he does this nonsense. All right, man. Anyways,
I think Conte should be put in jail, man. Because what he's doing,
he's actually a war criminal. And the worst thing is, we did a show, right? After Tottenham blatantly cheated in that 2-2 draw at Stamford Bridge, we did a show, and the comment section at said show talking about mentality man, and they've got elite
mentality monster. Let's talk about mentality, bro.
Hey, shout out to Eddie who said my apologies just for my Conte defense. I've seen enough, but go on.
Everybody's coming through, man. Like it came in like, you know what? We
tried to tell you he was a criminal before it was fashionable, and
you told you, man.
This is Peter, you just hate him, and you guys are right. I do hate that nigga. Yeah. Maybe even a little bit irrationally.
I am too. I am too. Like, and ironically, every game that he has coached, other than today, we lost this year. Since February, every game that he has coached, we lost. But what am I seeing here? This is another quote. In terms of history, these two clubs are totally different levels. Tottenham last won a trophy in 2008, whereas Sheffield United haven't won a major trophy since 1925. Now, this is not even a quote. Like, this was one of the quotes that he was in. This is somebody that is kind of quoting him because he was talking about how Milan won a trophy literally last season, and how Milan is a bigger club than Tottenham.
Well, what does that have to do with the game?
Exactly. What does it have to do with the fact that we could not have a shot on target till the 70th minute? Yeah. One of our two shot on target was in the 90th minute. How does not have to do? So you want to tell me Milan's heritage was the reason why we couldn't go and shoot at the goal? All right, man. You know what? Conte might be done KGB in disguise. Like, this is who he is. Like, you
know what? You're right.
He might be, because this is the thing. Because last time Sheffield United won a major trophy, this was in the fucking 90s. But they beat us. How does that make sense all of a sudden? Nottingham Forest should have beaten us today. Nottingham Forest should have beaten us yesterday because they have 2 Champions Leagues. Who did we play?
Where's your European Cup? Where's your European?
Based on this logic, we should have lost to fucking Nottingham today. yesterday.
This guy tried to use trophy logic as to explain their defeats, as if we didn't watch Newcastle go to that stadium and beat them in the worst watch along we've ever done, and nothing will trump this. And
Wait,
Flawless
which
is a war criminal for trying to
watch
do
along?
this. When Newcastle played Tottenham at Tottenham's ground, that was when they had the Royale, Sanchez, they had fucking Basuma, Skip, and Bentancur playing with Son up top.
I don't know.
See,
Pia,
remember?
do you
Did I do it on the
remember-
YouTube or was it the Twitch?
I don't know, but that was the worst. That was the worst football match that's ever been played.
I don't know, Pia. Do you remember the Newcastle Norwich thing last season?
All right, look, at least we had like that was 1-1 at least, and like okay, yeah, those teams are shit, but like, bro, it was Conte's a war criminal, and if you guys
Oh,
like,
that's right. This guy tried to make us do an Everton Leicester watch along. Remember, he
Hey,
wanted to do an Everton Leicester watch along.
that's real. That's real hoops right there. That's real hoops.
Hey man, sorry that
I need
I've
to
got work to
continue,
do, man. I'm
Head of
making money, but
Spurs.
go on. Carry on, Jez. Carry on.
Yes,
Mark,
sorry.
like-
I accept your apology. I accept your apology.
Hey,
Was
sure,
that
sir.
on the
But
from Dash?
So
Nah, it wasn't on the
I mean,
dash. It wasn't. It
Yeah,
wasn't.
I'm
that's
laughing off screen.
On the
That's
Lampard,
such
you
a
know.
dick.
Hey man,
God.
the Sean Dyche super team is cooking up something slow, man.
Hey,
Just
he's cooking, man. He's cooking something.
Go, nah, man. Chelsea gone 4 peat, but go on, Jez. I know you got more to get off your chest.
No,
Go
no,
on,
so,
Gabby.
yeah, there's a lot more to say because, like, he's getting the cooking today. I'm sorry, like, he needs to be cooked. He needs to be punished. Or say, like,
Punished.
like the African, shout out to the African uncles fam. Like, if you behave like this, you're getting beaten up with an extension cord. But that's for another day.
hey man,
After this whole thing of Milan, people, we have this whole toxicity coming on. We have people say, "Don't bring Poch back. Poch has done nothing since he left Tottenham." We need serial winners at this club. Well, the serial winners doesn't fit the identity what the club wants to be. So why do I need to suffer with this terrible? Then if the club is not trying to win stuff, cool. At least let me see good football. But I get plastered because this people trying to tell me I don't have ambitions. Well, I have ambitions. I want to win trophies. Who doesn't want to win trophies? But if the manager is resting players for the bigger game just to lose the less important game with the better players, of course I'm going to be pissed. And of course I'm not going to care about the whole serial winner at my club. Because why? Because the manager is not serious. The manager is trying to get himself sucked. The manager doesn't give a fuck, to be honest. Like him personally, he doesn't care that we lost the FA Cup because he, in his eyes, he thinks he's still Jesus Christ himself. But anyways, I mean, this is actually a perfect quote to actually even describe him the way I just said it, the way he thinks he's Jesus Christ. This was on Friday before the game against Nottingham. He's talking about how here I can teach you the path to win, but you have to follow me and have patience. I need time, I need patience, and I understood I had that. Maybe I do have time because the club can give me that, but I think there's no patience at the club. Well, why is there no patience? June is literally in 3 months, so pretty much in
Yeah, I can confirm that.
pretty much in 18 days, in 3 months, his contract is up.
Yeah.
And he's talking about, and he does not want to extend his contract, and he's asking the fans for patience.
Yeah.
So we don't know what the situation is for next season. We don't know if you're going to extend. You coming each week coming out to press conference talking about how the club is miracles if he does that. It's a miracle when he does that. And I'm asking you to just do the simple stuff, which is win the trust from the fan base, which is go and sign a new contract, trying to be committed to this. But he isn't. This is the issue, and I think there's a lot of. This is one thing that I've been banging on about since Nottingham Forest away at the beginning of the season. If this guy doesn't sign a new contract, I must stay Conte out. Simple as that. It's now
That's fair.
March. It's March. He still hasn't signed a new contract. No, a lot of people have joined the way I've looked at it. A lot of people would still be patient with him if he actually had a commitment to the club. But because he's treating this situation more like you're happy, you should be happy that you have me. This is what it feels like to me. And I don't want a manager like that. I want a manager that actually wants generally to be committed to a contract. and
No,
wants to be
facts.
committed. Because he's talking about how you can't just be going and compete for titles after one summer window. Okay, sign a contract and then we go again.
Yeah.
We go again in the summer of this transfer window. Obviously, I don't want to see him back again because we made the team better from last season, in my opinion, and we play worse. But this is relevant. But let's just, for argument's sake, for the people that actually want to keep him, why is he not signing a contract so we can give him another summer window? We can give him another January window. We can give him then another summer window again in January window. But he doesn't want to sign. So how can we give somebody patience? And somebody put it perfectly on Twitter yesterday, saying how he's a win-now manager that signed a win-now contract, but then he's expecting patience when we don't win.
That's a very, very valid point. He is a win now manager with a win now contract, but you're talking about patience. Valid point. Extremely valid. Extremely valid.
So you're asking for all this. And the funny thing is, okay, I think people would have had more patience if you would have progressed further into those competitions as well. If you didn't go in the embarrassment way you went out in the Champions League, if you didn't go out the embarrassment way that I literally just described the whole Sheffield United thing. If you didn't go out against in the Carabao Cup, literally the first game against Nottingham Forest. If you didn't go all those 3 games in those embarrassing ways and you try to progress, because let's be honest, like if we beat Sheffield United, we play in Blackburn, and then what is quarters then in the FA Cup? Yeah, it would have been then the quarters if you beat Blackburn. Carabao Cup, Sheffield United. No, sorry, not Sheffield United. Nottingham Forest made it to the semi-finals.
They did. That's a valid point.
So for me, I'm looking at it from this perspective of like, if you would have made progress in those competitions, I think a lot of people would have seen, okay, what this guy needs is just more. But he doesn't want to sign a new contract. So how can we give somebody more when he doesn't even want to be here?
Well,
that's why I've been so long for Conte out. That's why I had so many people tell me that I'm deluded and I don't know what I'm talking about. And then each week, more people starting to realize, yo, just what you're saying actually makes sense now. But I understand some people, they just want to desperately want to see a manager, especially a successful manager, also be successful at Tottenham. But
yes.
I don't like, but you know what? I don't like how certain managers want to treat the club like shit now, just to prove that they the serious winners that they are. Even Jose didn't do that. Jose will tell you if a player doesn't play, it's just because he doesn't rate the player. He will tell you that. He will give you indications. Jed Spence and Danjuma get only this treatment because they're club signings.
Yeah, I don't get the Danjuma one because I think he could make a difference as well. I don't understand the Danjuma.
His first game that he played was as a sub in a cup game, and he scored immediately. And he was actually a positive player. Since then, he has not played a single minute. Lucas Moore has gotten more minutes since. And he's refusing to play him because he's a club signing. It's not his signing. It's the same thing with
signing. Oh, it's not right. I didn't know that.
No, but that's the thing, Flawless. The issue was that Brian Gill, because we had to sign somebody. Brian Gill, because the funny thing is here, Brian Gill was playing well, but Brian Gill wasn't stupid. He realized, okay, the moment Kulusevski comes back from injury, I will probably not play for the rest of the season. So he wants to go out on loan. So if Brian Gill goes out on loan, our only attacking options are Son, Kane, Kulusevski, Richarlison, and Lucas Moore. And we play with 3 up top, so we need 3 backups as well. Minimum.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you want 6 in total. Absolutely.
Or even 7 at best sometimes. Because we had like
a youngster to back that up is I understand that.
Because at times we had even 3 right backs on the bench. One of those right backs, and we got rid of Doherty anyway. So that there is space to put another attacker there. So and when you look at it, it makes sense to go for Danjuma. But Conte's ego trip is like, it's not my signing. I don't want to play him. Hey, Lucas Moore gets all the minutes. Richarlison gets all the minutes. No, Kane is overplaying again every minute. Kulusevski's playing overplaying again. Son overplaying because he doesn't want to rotate. Let's be honest, Son is not untroppable at this stage. Where like Danjuma, you can't tell me Danjuma couldn't come and make an impact. But because it's not his signing, because the club signed him, because the club's been actually clever making sure there's enough overall depth there to end the season. because he didn't want to play Brian Gill. He's refusing to play him now, and this is a negative. But apparently to his minions, so why are you signing Danjuma? Well, because we only would have had 2 backups. So what if Son gets injured? What if Kulusevski or Kane gets injured for long term? We only would have had 1 attacker as a substitution. But apparently the club's everything that the club does is the club's fault. It's never him.
Yeah, he's one of them. It's never him.
The players are not good enough. The club doesn't care. The club doesn't want to win. I'm seeing people tweet Levy out tweets, Enig out tweets from the stadium. Do you know how stupid that is? You go into the games, you're talking about how you buy drinks and food at the stadium, and you putting pictures out on Twitter saying Levy out, Enig out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. These are the minions that I'm talking about. Like, these are some of the worst people that I say, like I said, Joseph was bad, but Joseph was never this bad. And this is the funny part. I was never Joseph out at all. There was never a time where I felt, obviously after Sarcasm, I was just laughing because we lost to a manager we lost to a team with a manager who was in prison. That was for me. I wasn't pissed on that day. I was just laughing, bro, because I knew
They bought Jose Mourinho, Joe Rodon, bro.
Joe Rodon. Guys like Joe Rodon when he won the Skriniar, and funny enough, Skriniar was interested to come. So what's
that Portuguese?
There's been. If I need to go back exactly and find out
on the 18-month deal. Vinicius as well.
Vinicius. We brought in Vinicius, the striker from Fulham, on loan. We had Gedson Fernandes on loan. So when you look at it, really, Joseph had to deal with much worse players, yet he never did all this shitty ego trip about these players that he only plays. So he doesn't play these players. He gave all these players a chance. He just didn't feel like they were good enough. So when I said that's why I was never chose on, because I understood the players are not good enough, and we didn't really back Joseph to the extent we should have, in my opinion. Because he wanted Ruben Diaz, he wanted Skriniar, and ironically, both of these players wanted to join Tottenham at the time. But Conte is chasing players that don't even want to be here. So for me, that's what I'm saying. This whole Conte thing, I could see for Nottingham Forest. Okay, something, and this was early. This is when we were still winning games. We only, I think, drew 1 game. We didn't lose a game. No, we drew 2 games because we drew West Ham, we drew Chelsea, and then the rest we won. And like I said, and people called me crazy. Like, remember before, I was like, you had to tell people how I got it right with Nuno. Straight away after 3 games.
Yeah, you called it. Yeah. I was looking at you funny after, even because you won the 3 games. Yeah, go on, Seth. Go on.
I gotta say, man, I don't know if Peter would agree with me. Well, actually, we knew how this was going to win when he was appointed, but it was from Burnley, bro, last year.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
I agree, actually. Yeah, you'd beaten City the game before. I think you beat City 3-2 the game before.
Yeah.
And he goes to Burnley and he basically resigns without resigning after the conference thing. Do you remember that? It was like the next day it was like, Conte's definitely gone. Yeah. It's been from there, man. I mean,
it was
the most overrated, hyped up transfer window of all time by one fan base when you buy Jed Spence. The six Spencer one, whatever that was called. You know,
I have the window right here if you want to discuss it.
The Fraser Forster, a backup goalkeeper. The Sumo, which I actually thought was actually a great start to a transfer window, but I don't know what he doesn't know. He doesn't obviously like him.
No, he doesn't like him at all.
You got Longley
on loan. Because guess what? Before we go, guess what? We only got Longley on loan because obviously the 2 main targets that he wanted couldn't get it, but he had other targets like Schlotterbeck, Badia Sheila,
and he wanted Bastoni, right, as well.
Yeah, he wanted Bastoni, but because Bastoni didn't want to come to Tottenham, and Badia Sheila, Kim Min Jae, and Schlotterbeck were too unexperienced by his standards, he went with Longley. He would rather go with Longley on loan to take Badia Sheila, who's hooping for Chelsea now.
Too inexperienced. He plays Ben Davies as part of a back 3, and he's got.
Hey, but Ben Davies is experienced, man. He's experienced. He's been playing football for long. So he was happy to take Longley on loan just because he didn't get Bastoni and he didn't want anybody else. All right, man. But what else? What obviously with Charles for 60 million when I fucking knew it. I told this guy is not going to play in his best positions. He's not going to come in to play for Harry Kane. I told man at the time. So the only time when he's going to play is on the right. And right on the right is his worst position. Now he's only recently starting to play on the left. But he stinks on the left regardless. 60 million. One of the worst signings. I think he's worse than Ndombele as a signing, in my opinion. That's just me. This whole shit he is from. Because at least with Ndombele, I know there's still a player there. The guy is just fat and lazy. That's the only issue for him. That's the only issue with him.
Is Naveen says here that one could flip that and also say that Spurs have stagnated under the Enoch Levy regime. You agree, disagree with this?
I mean, since Poch got sacked, you can say so because we went from the project manager, give that manager time, let them develop the younger. Let's go buy young and cheap, and develop them into class players. We went from there to let's get a world class manager, but we don't back the manager in the same time. Let's get a winner. This is what the club went. And for me, it just never fit. Just going from Poch to Jose, I was never a fan of it. Not because I don't respect Jose Mourinho. I think he's one of the best managers literally in football history. But at the time, it didn't make sense for me because the team, Poch was literally talking about how this team needed a rebuild. You don't get Jose Mourinho in to do a rebuild. It didn't make sense. And the funny thing is, I wanted Nagelsmann at the time. The board members all wanted Nagelsmann, but Levy's ego trip said, you know what, let's get a real winner in because this team just came from a Champions League final. And then you see how it just went on. And then Jose gets sacked. We're getting rejected by 50 managers, and then you have to go to the last option, which is
I forgot about that game.
Yeah, the whole song where bare managers rejected us. By the way, one of them was Ten Hag because he realized that guy wasn't serious, and two, because Levy thought Ten Hag's English wasn't good enough. Alright, man. Alright. You see, this club, Conte's a joke, but the club's also a joke. It's just two clones just working with each other at the moment.
Levy's always had a Mourinho fetish.
Always.
He wanted to scratch. I swear he just wanted to. I swear he had the ego, just wanted to hire him and fire him to say he did it.
Maybe once. Obviously, one of the reasons was definitely because of the documentary, the All or Nothing.
Oh yeah.
But the other thing was really that he actually liked him when it didn't make sense to me. But yeah, to sack him, rejected by 50 manager. Ten Hag can't speak English apparently. We go and sign Nuno now, who I just knew it wasn't gonna work well. I had people tell people were Nuno out in preseason games, and I said, "Yo, guys, calm down. It's a preseason game. 3 games in, we won all 3 games in the Premier League. International break. I said, get Nuno out, and we come back from international break, lost every single game, not even one win, not draw. We were literally London's biggest hole. We lost literally every game in London. Chelsea, Crystal Palace. I think we played Arsenal in that period as well. Until we got to the El Sacico. And even our luck is so shit. We lost the El Sacico, literally. We lost the game and we lost it afterwards as well by getting this prick of a manager. This Italian this fake wig wearing, pasta eating, Gucci wearing, fake eyelashes motherfucker. Getting
fake eyelashes.
And of course, you know what? I was gassed at the time because we had Nuno Espirito Santos with his fucking quotes of the days. Every day, you have to believe in us. Believe in us. Believe in us when we were getting hauled by literally every team in London. Every team. 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. So, of course, I was gassed. But in the same season, I realized, this guy's a fraud. So, for me, I always said this. I'm seeing Leicester lose Enrique, that he's apparently the favourite. I'm not sure about it. Me personally, of course, the brand of football, you play 4-3-3, you play attacking football, which Spurs fans want, which I want personally as well. But at the same time, I've already expressed my reasons why I think Luis Enrique low-key might be overrated as a manager. And but I spoke to Barcelona fans as well that they do think he can be a type of manager. They can be difficult, but in the same time, he can be a manager who can be a project manager. And this is something that I want to target next. A manager that you can just have lower expectation from both media and also the media and fans, where like this guy needs just time, and also that manager will also be committed. Because I'm tired of these guys of managers that just want to sign 2-year deals and just then leave. And then we have all this fan base in this toxic environment again of like, we didn't back the manager. I just don't need it.
Jez,
Yeah.
I've got 2 managers for you. You ready?
Who are they?
One of them's just got fired, Scott Parker. That's a project manager for you.
That's not a project manager. That's a shit manager.
The other one is Karel Gerrits. Have you ever heard of him?
Who? No, I never heard of him.
He's the manager of Union Saint Bernard in Belgium.
Leave us alone, please.
The USG done. All right, okay.
We're going all right.
It's your lot.
You know what I'm saying? The USG done.
We'll be linking everybody soon. So we're doing all right.
By the way, quickly as well, another player that we could have signed this in the summer, 2 summers actually, Kvaratskhelia at Napoli, was hooping right now. I'm actually happy that we didn't.
Did you see his goal tonight, Jez? Did you see his goal tonight?
Yeah.
Goal? Oh my god!
Like we don't see that many wingers these days who actually does these type of goals.
He did James Harden ankle break in the Serie A.
It's cool, man. We signed Mudryk. It's all good.
Hey,
we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that, Peter. We're gonna get to.
I'm not gonna take too long anyway.
Nah, it's cool. Take your time, fam. Get everything off your chest.
Sorry, guys. It's only been 45 minutes.
I'm tired of talking this nonsense. I hope this is the last time I have to talk about it on this show. I hope by the time we have the next. I hope the next time we have this show, which is in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, it'll be 2 weeks. Yes.
I hope he's getting stuck. Like I was hoping that we lose today, because I just want this guy out. I hope we lose in the next game, though. Like obviously, I'm not gonna sit here and cry about that we won the game, because again, at the end of the day, it's 3 points. It's fine that Liverpool drop points the way they drop points. But the longer he just stays, the longer it's just going to be feeling toxic. Fan base will be just fighting each other, talking about how they're going to be after every game that we play shit, they're going to sing Pochettino's name. And I hate how the fan base want to talk so bad on Pochettino, talking about how going back to Pochettino, like me, he's not my first choice. He wouldn't be my second choice, because I'm just not a believer of going back to your ex is a good idea. But in the same time, the way the fan base talks about Pochettino is actually crazy, because for me, he was the one who even raised these standards to the first place. To even Spurs fans have, because Spurs fans on Twitter, especially the minions, think like we Chelsea, that we should always each season be competing for titles, Champions League. Mate, I just want a Carabao Cup at the moment. So what are these guys acting like? These big guys? When in my opinion, Poch raised the standards, because before that, we were just chilling Europa League and making top 4 here and there. Poch, you get Champions League consistently with him when he was qualifying for it. I think his biggest issue was not taking care of the smaller trophies first. This is what people would call, obviously, the less important trophies, because he was in the crafts of getting the bigger ones. But I think there's something that if he were to come back, he would actually, I think, tackle differently. And the good thing about him is, if he were to come back, he wouldn't ask for every signing to be 80 million plus. Yeah. There's something I don't need from, like, you can clearly see, if you go and do the scouting well, which ironically, we scouted guys like Enzo, Kvaratskhelia, Kim Min-jae. All of them are hooping, all ironically now, at the club that they are now. But because Conte thinks they were too unexperienced, he didn't want these guys. Pochettino, I think, and Luis Enrique would have took all these guys at the time because he would see the qualities and you know what? Let me go and improve these players. Conte can't improve players, in my opinion. This guy can only make these guys play certain things, gives them instructions, and if these guys can't do the instructions that he wants to do, then pretty much they're useless to him. I just don't want a manager like this again. I really don't.
Yeah, there's you lot, large up, everyone that's still tapped in, still over 110 of you lot locked in. Big up. Continue to get your questions in. Just keep it Manchester United, Chelsea, Spurs related. Of course, if you super chat, we'll get straight to your question. I have started all the better questions, but to make sure your question gets read out immediately, hit the super chat button. But how you lot can support for free, hit the like button. We're at 76 likes. Let's go up to 85 likes, people. Let's hit that like button. Let's go up to 85 likes. And then the subscriber check, we're 4 short of 5,700. So hit the subscribe button. There's over 110 of you lot locked in. I know there's at least 4 of you lot who haven't hit the subscriber button. So if you don't want me stopping the show to do this little ad, then hit the subscriber button. Hit the subscriber button expeditiously. Hit the notification bell and check out the upcoming live stream schedule that I will be updating after this show. I will update it. So next week, you'll know all the shows that are coming up on the YouTube and all the shows that are coming up on the Twitch. Peter, we'll go to you, though, in regards to Chelsea. You mentioned it briefly. I don't know if you want to say anything on Conte. That's calm. But Mudryk, you mentioned there just before. Not a fan. Why? Talk to us. Bear in mind, he was decent today. He was decent today.
Yeah, cool. Great. Like, I just don't think he's that good. Like, I don't see the price tag. I don't see the point in bringing in a player like that mid-season if you can't rely on him when you're in the trenches. I just don't see where that gets us and like why that was so necessary. But no, I don't think he will ever be that good for us. So like whatever, I'm happy to be wrong. At the same time, it doesn't matter. Like there's clearly better options or people that you could potentially spend similar crazy money on that you would look at and be like, yeah, that person's games kind of translate better. The moment you spend 100 million, damn near close enough euros on a guy, and you hear he has to be out of the limelight and like be given time to grow, that's red flags. Because now you're probably gonna have to go on some fucking wilderness retreat like Sancho did, and like let's be honest, it's not like that served him a whole load of good. You know, like it's just I expect you to produce, and I expect you to be ready to contribute if you're going to cost that much. Like I don't know. Like, let's stop treating him like a Make-A-Wish kid and start treating him like somebody we spent like a ridiculous amount of money on and like should expect things from.
Yeah.
Well, it is what it is, man. Whatever.
Yeah. With the Sancho one, it is a bit different because someone did pass away. So that's what someone had stated in the chat as to why that was part of the reason he went on the retreat that he went on.
I mean, but okay, that was this season, right? Yeah, but like, what explains last season?
Oh yeah, last season was just poor form.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like overall, like he's not what he was touted to be, right? You're not living up to the expectations. Yeah, there's reasons for like why.
Actually, I tell a lie, it was Ragnick who said it, so it was last season. Well, I don't know if it's carried on for this season, but again, it's all shrouded in rumors. I don't know any of this for sure, but someone had stated in the chat that Ragnick had said it. So I don't know if something further had happened or he hadn't. But now to your point before that, he wasn't performing to a level. None of our players.
The moment you have to like start talking about like stuff like that, like, oh wait, these guys are just not that good. Like red flag there, you know.
Oh, I hear you. And I can see in your name there, ironically, years, not months. So talk to us. Obviously, you won today. 3 games in a win now. 3 games in a row, sorry. Power has now won. So your thoughts. I don't know if you watched today or you caught the highlights, but just the thoughts on Chelsea's.
Man, I was at work, so
Chelsea's upturning form.
I guess, man. Look, that goalkeeper that we're supposed to be our number 1 next year.
Good.
I want that guy nowhere near the number 1 spot as our goalkeeper.
Y'all find a Kappa?
Not at all, brother. Do you see what he was trying to do today?
I was watching.
Flapping.
I was watching. I did see it.
Are you kidding me? Like
some of the
thank God Dewsbury Hall can't kick a ball in an open net from 6 yards away.
Yeah.
Like you know, like we caught plenty of life today. I'll put it that way.
Yep.
Thank God Danny Ward's actually the worst goalkeeper in the division.
Oh, he's terrible, isn't he? So,
but like,
when you're worse than Kepa, you
did we win? Yes. Could people be happy that we won? Sure. I'm not saying you can't be happy that Chelsea finally won a game. Be happy, enjoy it, like all that stuff. Cool. But like, I just find it. I don't want people to lose sight of the things they were pretending to care about like 3 months ago, talking about sustainability and good performances and all of this stuff. But hey, like we look like a counterattacking team that likes to run into space. We look like a Bundesliga team. So like it's all good, man. Like if you guys are cool with that and like you guys are okay with being that for the next 6 months or however long you last in this job, cool. But then like I don't know. I wish these people wouldn't have cried about sustainability and a lack of style and like attacking substance like months ago, you know. But hey, it's cool. They scored their goals. They don't care. They get to share their comps and their pictures of these players. Like that's all they want, man. But no, I don't take anything from a performance like that to be like, oh, we're definitely like on the cusp of doing anything respectable. I don't see how you could. But it's better than losing for people.
Yeah, I think it's just an improvement. Obviously, going to the
People
back
were-
threes helped
People
you.
were taking these losses like to heart, man.
Hmm.
You know, like it's like I'm glad we didn't lose. But like I saw 3-1, I'm like, oh, we must have played well. I watched the highlights. I'm like, this was an even game
Yeah,
with a bit
like
of
I say,
like.
I think you were like the better, like for the majority. You
I
like, I would say
disagree
you
with
deserved
that.
it.
I'll be honest. At least based on like the highlights that I saw, the way the chances were falling to people, like,
Yeah,
But
Mudryk,
hold on.
like,
That being said, you did score 2 offside goals.
yeah,
And hit the woodwork.
they're blatantly offsides though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
they
also,
are, but-
remember we
go
had
on,
those
go on,
two headers. We had those two headers in the second half as well for Farner and Havertz. So
No, the headers from the set pieces were in the highlight package. I just look at the chances that Leicester fluffed, and I'm
It
just
usually
like,
Hall's
yo,
one that sticks out. But
I'm just like, yo, it is what it is. Look,
João
Peter,
Felix should have scored that 1-0.
let's talk about it. João Felix should have scored again. You know what I mean? Let's
Yes.
talk about this. Let's talk about this, right? If João Felix was German blonde hair, he'd be getting ragged on right now, right? He'd get been ragged on, okay? He's got 1 goal in what, 8 or 9 appearances? No assists. 1 goal. And I'm just saying, man, you can hitting the post means it's an off-target shot, by the way. You know, and just let people know this. It's not an on-target shot, it's off-target, okay? It's not as if he's getting stuff clear off the line. He's you know, and you can only take so many games. Oh, well, he played well. He laid off the ball and passed it. No, bro, you're here to do more than that. Yeah, he hit the post. He cost Mudryk another assist because that was a through ball from Mudryk there.
yeah, and the chance that when Loftus-Cheek squared it, he should be onside.
Oh yes, exactly. So that's
he should be
another one,
onside there.
So
yeah.
Very
That's why I
Werner.
wanna-
Very Werner.
that's very. I'm telling you, remember that Werner got blasted for by all of us. He got blasted, even on this panel, he got blasted, and rightly so. But it seems to be a weird thing for an on. I put this in the private chat. I would do this. I'm telling you right now. You got Nkunku coming in. You don't need to buy Felix. I'm telling you right now. Okay.
You're against buying Felix now.
This is actually what I wanted to ask you.
I'm against buying Felix because I think Nkunku's a better player.
All right, first.
He looks better. He's more of a physical player as well. And also, I would save that money. I'm going to Napoli. I'm giving 200 million for Gravadonna. That's what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I'm telling him. Give us. You get the money from Mount, Gallagher, Ziyech, Pulisic, and give them whatever they want for him, because that's the guy you want right there. Okay, but I'm just saying around. João Felix has got nice flicks and tricks and stuff like that. Remember, he also cost us the goal today.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
He lost the ball. He
Yeah.
lost the ball in our end. Why he's back that far back, I'll never know. But he's back there. But he needs to do more.
I agree.
Right? Everyone goes on against this fan base goes on about Sterling. You know what I mean? This guy, we won't go into obvious other things why, but this fan base wants Sterling gone and us to get Felix. It's like, I am never gonna swap Raheem Sterling for João Felix. I'm never going to do that because I know Raheem Sterling will score more goals in the season.
The thing is, like, people in our fan base, they like these guys because they're attracted to them, which is cool, right? Like, okay, but like, look, if you're gonna make a front three of a Mudryk with limited experience kicking Premier League ball to begin with, Kai Havertz, who's not clinical, and fucking João Félix, like you're gonna struggle over the course of like a season.
Yeah.
You're gonna struggle. Like none of those players are renowned or like have proven to like score goals in bunches at any like respectable level to like carry the weight for a supposedly elite level football team. So it's like you kind of need players that will finish chances or need players that will just act serious in front of goal, like when the time comes. You know, so like people be happy, enjoy it. Like we're not losing anymore, so that's cool. But like also like maintain perspective and like please pretend to care about like the bigger picture as much as we pretended to care about a month ago. I don't like how like we don't do that anymore. Now it's all of a sudden like short termism has like been encouraged after being like seemingly the worst thing to ever exist like fucking 6 months ago, but whatever. You know, it is what it is.
Crazy.
But no, it's one of those things, man. These players, I'm not super convinced by a lot of them. We did spend a lot of money and we did share a lot of comps and people did get a lot of hype. So like, you know, they'll get their grace. But hey man, we're almost at a 10th, so that's good.
Hey, we're almost at 40 points. That's more important, man.
Facts.
There you go. Victor, what are you saying about João Félix?
Do you know what I think it is? Yeah, I think because his fan base is starved of someone who can just do flicks and tricks, they'll just defend him like to the higher stakes. Like because we've seen like, Havertz in the 10 and Mason Mount in the 10 for like a year and a half now. Like anyone who just comes in and just does like step overs and flicks and tricks, just a little knock legs, the fan base is just absolutely like just move like, you know, just do crazy stuff. And then and also because they're sexually attracted to him as well. Like it's stuff Peter says. This fan base is a weird fan base. Doesn't make any sense. Like you criticize a player for not doing well on one thing, but then don't get upset if someone criticizes him and say, "Oh, he's not doing this." Your favorite player saying he's not doing this and not doing this right, because every player deserves to be criticized. Even like the best players in the world, like you just have to accept the criticism.
Because see once right. There, Felix can hoop, but his finishing needs to pattern. Third time he's hit the woodwork. He should have scored. He should have scored twice today. That's why when I say Chelsea had Chelsea had the much better chances. Leicester, the only chances they had, you lot gave them.
Yeah, and also, I knew this fan base went head over heels for Felix in the first game against Fulham when he went past someone.
Yeah,
like dragged it back and set it up for Havertz, and you heard the crowd go, "It's one of the loudest pops you've ever heard this season." It's like you thought he would have scored a banger from 50 yards or something like that. He literally just went past someone and passed it to Havertz, who fluffed his chance. It's like I don't think he's not. When I say he's not a bad player, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that whatsoever. What I'm saying is, I don't think this fan base knows what player he is.
Yeah.
Which means to tell me that they've never watched him fully. What type of player he is.
He just comps.
Yes, just comps. You're right. They think he's... The thing is, I don't know. João Félix is... You're not going to rely on him to hit you 20 goals a season in the league.
True that. I do. Right? I do agree with that.
I'll start with 10. Yeah, I'll start with 10 before looking at 20.
Right. Yeah, I reckon he could get. Yeah, I reckon he could get 10
goals in all comps. Then maybe he won't even hit that. But then again, why would we buy him permanently if you are planning to keep Kai Havertz and you're bringing in Cuckoo in? Essentially, then you want to buy João Félix. That's 3 of the same type of player. Yeah. When essentially, if you've got Nkuku coming in and you want another forward, it should be a striker.
And it should be a different type of striker as well.
Exactly. It should be different type. There should be different types in terms of you being able to be flexible. So what I'm saying is like you could save yourself 80 million in the summer by not pursuing a permanent deal for Felix when you've got Nkuku coming in. Now, what you do with that 80 million, what you put it towards, is a different discussion. Do you go to Napoli for Osterman? Because they'll gladly sell Osterman before they sell Krapadonna, without a shadow of a doubt. Even for 100 million or something, they would gladly sell Osterman before this kid because they can get another striker. No offense, or they used to have Dries Mertens scoring for them and Hamsik and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So they're fine to do whatever. If they win this title, they'll be fine. They can rest on that for another 10 years or 12 years or something like that.
No facts.
I just think João Félix is good for the moment, but I'm just not convinced that. I think
you're not seeing
if
enough
we were
of the
to sign him
performances.
permanently, if we were to sign permanently, I think this fan base would turn on him within a year to 18 months because he's not because his stat he won't be able to back up stats.
You know what it is as well? I feel like with Felix, like, I mean, you can clearly tell, like, he affects games where, like, he does enough. Like, he doesn't ghost games.
Yeah.
But it's the decisiveness where, like, once you have to drop your game, you have to produce something. Even if he plays well in those games, if you can't produce, what is the point? Because end of the day, Chelsea is going to go and spend big money into you. Expectation is going to be high. You can't. If you were like a 40 million signing, if you go certain games, or if he doesn't give an assist here and there, like, I don't think it wouldn't be as deep. But let's be honest, if Chelsea were to go and sign him, you spend what, 90, 100 mil in euros maybe? That's a lot of money. And the expectations are too high. This goes back to like when Modric was signed. I never understood why any club was even paying anywhere near the 100 million in the first place. But it was more about, obviously, it's a seller's market. And the Shakhtar Donetsk owner was saying, if Anthony goes for 100 million, why can't Modric go? Based on that, they knew the clubs were going to go in and come and buy him. So you bring expectation with you. And like Sofa said, I don't know how this whole Felix and Nkunku, if Kai Havertz does somehow stay, Kai Havertz, it's too many guys who love the ball to feed, or even some guys who can. Nkunku can obviously go in behind, but when I look at most of these guys, other than Havertz, and I see Felix and Nkunku, I'm seeing even Slobosly link, and I'm like, it's too many creators, not enough goals. My opinion as well. Like, and Nkunku is also somebody who loves to play off a striker. João Félix literally himself said he likes to play off a striker. So
you can see that's why that's his best position. You can see that clearly.
Exactly. Like, for me, it wouldn't make sense buying a Felix to play him with Nkunku, but then push Felix on the left. Because then you spend just 100 million on a Modric just to sit on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, it seems like a situation where, like, it feels like a situation where, like, you just spent, and then now you're starting to realize, in terms of construction, how is this team even, on paper it looks pretty, but how, in a tactical sense, is this even all going to mesh up?
Right, exactly.
So I don't know. Like, they may buy him and they may figure it out. I don't know.
And that was my concern about João Félix when we was linked with him. I was like, yes, talented player, extremely talented individual, no doubt about it. Skillful, flair, tricks, flicks, the whole nine. What is your productivity? Yeah. I'm tired of these players. And when I say I'm tired of these players, it's not so much a João. I'm tired of people hyping up these players. And that's not against João Félix because he's been at Atletico Madrid. We know the issues there. But then someone pointed out to me, I can't remember who. Griezmann flourished there under Simeone in that same system. So how good is João Félix? And we've seen it. And João Félix has been, I legit was looking forward for just from a football fan perspective to see João Félix at Chelsea. And I watched the first game against Fulham. I thought, all right, he's good. I'm saying I can see the levels is there, but what do you produce? And even watching him today again, should have had 2 goals. He's involved, but are you producing enough to warrant that type of money, 80, 90, 100 mil? Because let's not get it mistaken. Chelsea are aiming. Chelsea's aim is Premier League and Champions League. Where they probably won't be in the Champions League next season, but that is the aim. That's where the go-to is. So that's where the expectation of Surfer, Peter, and Victor and the Chelsea fans is at. So you're being judged at the highest level. Being talented is not enough. You got to produce. Yeah. And that was my worries because of the lack of physicality. I said this, like the shows of me talking about it. Would I have took João Félix on loan at Manchester United this season? Yes, but I had my reservations because when you are not pace and power, you are not PMP, you are not athletic, your other attributes have to be absolutely exceptional. And if they're not, you will probably struggle. And we're seeing that now with João Félix, who's super talented, but his other attributes to me aren't good enough to warrant the fee and the price that they will be talking about, 90, 100. And his form could turn around and he could help Chelsea, miraculously help Chelsea go further in the Champions League and finish top 4. Then we're having a whole different conversation. But man has to produce. And big up Alhambra for the super chat as well. He says, we shouldn't sign Felix this summer. I'm disappointed with his effectiveness and don't think he provides value for money. Days of luxury players, that he puts in quotation marks, gone. We'll go to you first on this, sir, for thoughts on this from Alhambra.
I can understand where he's coming from. Because even like Nkunku's the same type of player, but his output is streaks ahead of João Félix. And you can go Bundesliga tax, fine, that's understandable. When I get a new signing, I don't really care what they've done elsewhere because they haven't done it for my club, so I don't really care.
And even then, before we go so continue, even then, Nkunku does produced a lot in the Champions League as well.
Yes, yeah, he does. You're right. I've seen him do it against Madrid in the Champions League. So I saw it do him against City last week. So you know what I mean. But Nkunku's also got Nkunku embraces the talent and the PMP aspect, which I like. He's got both. So he's like a hybrid. Do you know what I mean? You want him to do the flicks and tricks, he can do it. You want him to do pace and power, he can do it. Can he translate that into another league? I do not know yet. But the issue is, he's going to cost us 60 million, and we've already bought him. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You're asking us, and I do. Luxury players. Luxury player is a term where you have to build around that player. Do you know what I mean? But that also a luxury player has to give you back performances. We didn't build around a luxury player in Eden Hazard, even though he gave us back performances, right? He's a player you build around. That's a luxury player. I agree. I don't think we're built to have that type of luxury player where they can have like a Mesut Ozil when he was at Arsenal and stuff like that. That's like a luxury free role player. Yeah, it's like I don't really like those type of players. Or trying to build a team around them. I prefer them to put in something. I think Nkunku's that type of player. He's not a luxury player. Whether João Félix has traits of being maybe a luxury player, or you wouldn't build the team around him. He's a player that you try and fit in somewhere instead of actually being one of the main players, which is what Ozil was at Arsenal essentially at the end. Trying to fit him in, but luxury players gone. Hopefully, we should want players that whatever profile they're trying to go for, whatever build they're trying to go for, whatever team build they're trying to go for, that we actually get. And I prefer to have a front three of, well, let's say two plus one of us. Like I'd like to see a Sterling and Nkunku, someone else. If we're going to stick with a back three next season up front, whether it's an Osimhen or someone else. Do you know what I mean? I want to see that. I'm all for pace and power with flair. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I want. Pace and power with flair. I had pace and power. I had Malouda, Anelka, and Drogba. They got me over 100 league goals and a double. That was pace and power with flair. I'll take that. I'll take it all day long. So, luxury players are a thing of the past. I mean, what do you think do you think you have a luxury player right now?
No.
What do you remember? Who do you think your last luxury player was?
Ronaldo. Ronaldo the first time he was here.
Yeah,
he was a luxury player.
A luxury player, was you?
Yeah, absolutely.
He had tremendous output though. In terms
of... but don't get me wrong. Like if you're going to be my luxury player, you best believe you better be putting up 40 goals a season and helping us win a Prem and a Champs. 100%, and he did that. There's a reason Rooney and Park both played out wide, and then you had Tevez in the mix as well.
We're gonna have to do an underrated all-time 11. And just Park's gonna be in that one.
Yeah. Like, so there's a reason those players played. So yes, Ronaldo is the last luxury player, and I'm all for having a luxury player. But if you are, and you're not giving us stuff off the ball, on the ball, you better be the difference. 110%. You better be the difference in terms of, right, remember that game when you scored such and such, and Ronaldo popped up with so many important goals at important moments when we weren't at our best. So that's why you accept that. I'm all about productivity for my football team. I'll forgive lack of work rate if you are delivering.
Yeah. But I think like Jack Grealish is a luxury player for City. Do you know what I mean? In terms of like, he doesn't suit their play. He doesn't suit their style whatsoever. And they're playing him in the big games. I mean, what's his like output this season? I mean, it's not that big, is it? Like assists and goals.
It's not crazy, but
he's
it's been better than before.
But Bernardes, you said he was pivotal, critical player, flawless. Now he was a luxury. You can be pivotal, critical player and a luxury player. Cristiano Ronaldo was a luxury player for Manchester United.
Hazard was the best player in their team, and he was a luxury player.
Yeah, like he was 100%. Ronaldo was a luxury. We literally shifted Rooney's position to put Ronaldo through the middle. Because Sir Alex was like, Ronaldo's not going to chase fullbacks, nor do you want him chasing fullbacks. That's just common sense. You have Cristiano, one of the best players in the world at that time, offensively. Why do you want him in the defensive chasing fullbacks? No, there's a reason Rooney and Park Ji-sung and Tevez and Fletcher and all these players played. Manchester United have done that before. Fergie's not dumb. Eric Cantona was a luxury player for us. Didn't trap back, didn't press. Didn't run channels, but guess what? Every season he played, we won a league title. So, and the one year he was here, we didn't win it. He was banned. So people will put up with it. But yeah, Keane spoke about in depth about like having to do running for Cantona, like 110%. But again, Cantona was the difference in between literally winning a league title or not winning a league title, and FA Cups that he won during that period of time. So yes, Ronaldo. People don't get it mistaken. Luxury player is not a criticism.
Yeah.
It's not a criticism when I say, and I'm not saying Felix is, that's a whole different convo, but 110% Cristiano Ronaldo was a luxury player at Manchester United.
I think the term luxury player is, I mean, you choose to build around them, but you know, they actually give you something.
Yes.
So in terms of it's like, what can I put recently? I can't even think of recently. My mind's gone. It's like
there's not a lot of players. I think that's why. I think a lot of people, when they heard the word luxury player now, they think it's an insult because there's just not a lot of players who can be the description.
I think Cristiano Ronaldo was a luxury player at Madrid. That's why Benzema moved position.
Well, look what they had. They had to put Benzema out wide,
and it worked. That's why they got 4 Champions Leagues in 5 years.
Exactly,
3 in a row.
Yeah. That's why he scored that's why he scored like 60 goals average in a season for like 5 years in a row or something. You know,
like it worked 100%. Now at Real Madrid, even though he works hard, Benzema is a luxury player. That's why you'll see a Valverde in the midfield. That's why you'll see a Valverde playing wide right.
Yes.
Yes. That's why to compensate for Vinicius Junior and Benzema, even though they do work hard, 110%. Even though they do, you rarely see Vinicius Junior chasing back fullbacks.
No,
where do you see that?
He doesn't drop back.
No. And rightfully so. You don't want Vinicius Junior or Benzema dropping back. You know what I'm saying? You want them in the final third.
Because even ironically today, for Bournemouth, the right winger, Otara, he wasn't in the first. He wasn't really trucking back. The commentators were kept talking about how it's defensive for Whereas, in my opinion, I think Bournemouth look at it more like you really our only outlet in terms of you with your good technical ability to drive with the ball forward, but also with the pace. And I mean, the goal literally happened because of him.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know what I mean? Like sometimes certain attributes in certain players, certain teams look at it like maybe we compensate with you not maybe being in defensive shape, but what you get off you in an offensive sense could be key.
Facts. And Peter, what do you reckon to this as well? Because you're the fire, everyone's answered this in regards to João Félix. Disappointed with his effectiveness, and do you think he wouldn't provide value for money?
Oh no, of course not. But like he's a cool player. Like, yeah, all right. Like I understand like people like flicks and tricks and just want to be entertained. I get it. But like we're gonna have Nkunku. Mudrik's not gonna go anywhere as much as I would like him to. Sterling's still gonna be here. Havertz, who the fuck knows? Ziyech probably not. Pulisic probably not. But again, like we're kind of squeezing a lot of players into a team. Madueke is still going to be here, So, like, yeah, if you want to sign Felix, they're going to bring in Nkunku. They're talking about also signing a striker. Sounds like a lot of players, doesn't it? And they're not all going to play at the same time.
Mm.
So if he's cool, like, being a squad player, well, yeah, sure, I'll take him, I guess. But, like, why spend that much money for somebody who you're going to make a squad player?
Yeah, makes no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, I'd rather split it in half. 40 million for Paulinho and 40 million for Lavia. I'd rather do that.
Nah, you're just being greedy. You know what I'm saying? And that's just
Hey, 100%. We take them over.
Man doubled down on the greed, you know. Yeah,
that's trickle down economics right there.
100%.
What 40 million on 2 DMs, bro? I'll take that.
Yeah, Lavia, I'm a big fan of both those players. 100%. To Alhambri says, I don't mean luxury player as an insult, but today with sporting directors, modern football builds around systems and not players. Felix is a second striker. I agree with you, Alhambra, because people hear luxury player and all of a sudden think it's a shot, and it's not a shot. Yeah. The two of the greatest players ever to play for Manchester United in the Premier League era are luxury players. That's not a shot. Without those two, we don't win what we win during that period. So, like I said, Ronaldo, Cantona, obviously Ronaldo the first time. They're luxury players. That's not a shot. Hazard at Chelsea, luxury player. That's not a shot. These are some of the greatest. Salah at Liverpool during their little period of time. There's a reason they played 3 DMs. So Salah didn't have to track back. Why was Henderson the one helping Trent and it wasn't Salah? Because you want Mo Salah in the final third of the pitch. Because you know he's going to be the difference in between you winning a league or losing a league or Champions League. And we've seen that. So luxury player, again, people, don't get it mistaken. When we say luxury player, that's not a shot at all. It's not an insult. So yeah, I agree with you. But for some reason, people think it's a shot when you say luxury player.
And no one has criticized Felix for his work rate or some other shit that people pretend to care about. Yeah. It's literally a matter of like, can you be effective enough for Chelsea to pretend to behave like an elite level club? Considering what needs to happen at the top level of the pitch. Like, we are up to a whopping 28 Premier League goals this season, or 27 now. Good job, everybody. We scored 3 today.
Yeah, so that goal of the month competition is going to be different.
And this goal of the month competition is going to be a real thing. So congrats to everybody.
All for this game.
Reality. But yeah, like as like a João Félix, Havertz +1 front line, is that going to do it for you? No. Probably not.
Yeah, that's not it.
The thing is, we do have to put context in this. He's arrived midway through a season. We're not, we'll do the old traits. It's a new country, new league, blah blah blah. Chelsea are in a shit thing. The manager was doing a formation that didn't suit anyone, and now we switched back. But if he. Obviously, we'd be talking different. If he'd had hit 4 goals and 2 assists, we wouldn't be talking like this about João Félix. You know what I mean?
Somebody up there needs to be putting the ball in the net consistently.
Exactly. That's what you're paid for.
Somebody needs to be doing it.
I don't care if you're a second striker or anything like that. Okay, if you're a second striker, then assist the main guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If it was like a Firmino situation where like Sterling and Havertz were eating because of João Félix, then like, yeah,
exactly.
sure, fine.
Different conversation, yeah.
But like, nobody's really eating. And like, yeah, people are going to say, oh, Havertz has 2 goals in 2 games or whatever, and like, yeah, cool. Like this like March glow up for Kai Havertz, like great. Maybe we can get the double digits in the Prem this year. Maybe.
Yeah.
Just like you look at the numbers, you're like, are any of you really capable of leading the line across an entire season? I don't know. Not sure.
No, first, no, I hear what you're saying. Alhambra, big up for the suit there over the second super chat as well. Much appreciated. You lot get your final few questions in before we close out. Bump up the likes. We're 4 short of 100 likes. Girls up to 100 likes, people. And subscriber check as well. We're 2 short of 5,700. So make sure you do that also. Big up to CN. You know what I'm saying? I think you're trying to catch someone out with that name, but big up to you anyway. Says recommended this. I always double check. Recommended this channel from Carefree Lewis G's channel. And gotta say it's a good watch, my guy. Big ups, new follower. Hey, large up, man. And big up my guy Lewis every single time. You lot make sure you go subscribe to Lewis's channel. Link is underneath in the description for his channel as well. Yeah, man, large up, always on the graveyard shift. Big up James Bond, man. Much appreciated. And Kamau says, flawless, you heard about the Jamaican Chelsea signed Dujon Whisper Richards. Great talent. If that's a Jamaican name, if I've ever seen one, first and foremost,
He's got
100%.
whatever he
110%.
does, whatever he does in his career, he's got to have just Whisper on the back, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? He can't have anything
Wait,
else.
is Whisper his nickname or is this
I
his middle
don't
name?
know. Well, I hope so. Yeah.
Hey, you never know with Jamaicans. They could
Look,
easily-
man,
they could be
Project
middle name.
2030 is gonna really bang. I guess I don't know.
It could definitely be 110%. His middle name could be Whisper. Trust me, it could
Same.
definitely.
I was
be.
confused. Like, hey, I was just shouting in the chat, Whisper.
Yeah, it could be. And no, Kamar, I've not heard about him. Prime mentioned
he's the
him
wonder kid.
in the group chat. You know what I'm saying? And that.
The next Freddie I do.
Yeah, like so. Yeah, Prime mentioned him. I don't know anything about him. Here, I'm hoping that he's a baller because I would just add to the Jamaican national team. So I'm with it. Hopefully, he's a baller. That's
But
what
yeah,
it
it's
is.
about our 20th wonder kid we've signed this year, man.
Yeah, man, let's go, man. Now you got one from the Caribbean, man. You gonna do bits about João who? You know what I'm saying?
No, we have to. We have to.
It's Whisper Day,
Hey, what
man.
was
You
that
know what I'm
one?
saying? Forget
I'm
João Day.
Hutchinson.
I'm on Hutchinson, yeah.
It's Dujon Day. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Hey,
man.
you need
Dujon Day.
No, flawless. It's Whisper Day.
Oh, sure.
That's bad.
I can't know you need a wonder kid from Japan, from Asian area. You need a
and
wonder
to
kid
Nuno,
from Asian area,
if
innit?
you lot decide to argue with each other in the chat, that's you lot. You could easily ignore.
Yeah,
each
you
other.
guys don't have to argue about results.
You don't have to argue. Nobody here on the panel is talking about United Liverpool. The same way you lot see Ryan in the chat and I'd be ignoring him, you lot could easily ignore each other. You lot want to engage. So I'm not hearing about anything about, the mod shouldn't be arguing. You lot choose to at each other, and I've been watching you lot go back and forth. You lot don't have to do that. So I'm not hearing that.
Amen.
I'm saying you could easily ignore each other if you want.
He said, my son said that Whisper is the nickname.
Look, I hope he's good.
Okay, first.
I'm not even gonna pretend to like emotionally invest in this storyline because like you've heard Chelsea has signed Wonder Kid like 8 times this season. Hopefully he makes it. But like, yeah, I don't know. We'll see, man.
Marcel said, yeah, Whisper is his nickname. Flawless. I came on there and told you about him a couple of weeks ago. He was on trial at Newcastle, but Chelsea came in and hijacked it. He's a good young player. I've seen him. So, hey, hopefully he's good. I hope he's good. 100%. I really do. And look at C1 said, Whisper hype. Jaude hits like crack. Don't steal my chain. How dare you niggas on the panel? No. It's Dujon Day, man. It's not Whisper hype.
You have one GA for all the João days, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Since we started noticing your João Day, he's not scored.
Hey, stay with us, bruv. Word to C1. Question, big up Alhambra with the super chat. He says Gonzalo Ramos, Alvarez, or Osherman as Chelsea's striker. We'll go to you, Victor. Which one of those three? You saying Ramos, Alvarez? I presume he's talking about the City.
I think Julian Alvarez.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Osherman.
Osherman. Easy. Osherman.
So you saying Osherman? Yeah. All right. Cool, Peter. What are you saying?
Take Osherman as well.
Oh, those three. Surfer?
Ivan Toney.
I said Ivan Toney. You know, he's not on that list.
I'll tell you right now, right?
Alvarez,
Let's look at this logically, right? Alvarez is about to sign a new contract at City, right?
Yeah.
And you're looking at Benfica and Napoli are two of the hardest clubs to negotiate players out of. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying I'd go out of my way to sign Osherman, but like out of these options.
Yeah,
I don't know,
options.
But it's like, okay, I'll do this. Osherman.
First. Yeah, first. And big up to Chris. It's flawless. I just watched the Football Terrace. How the fuck did you manage to cook a Liverpool fan and a Chelsea fan after last weekend? Crazy. Because that man was talking some wild shit. That's why. That was just a layup. Like
that
some
man
of the
got
shit.
caught lying in 4K.
Yeah,
right?
we legit seen like both of them got caught lying on the same stream. Like just barefaced. And I'm like, all right, just let them go to see how much further. It's like catching a kid out in a lie. It's like, all right, how much farther are you gonna make and extravagant is this story are you gonna make this story? To the point where it's like, I know, man. No way did you have.
Yeah, one guy forgot his point of 5 minutes before.
Yeah,
man.
Shout out Sonny, man. Man forgot. You know what I'm saying? And the Jess was like, yeah. So I thought you just said City were going on, Liverpool were going on a run. When now City are going on a run, they play you and he went, nah, we'll beat them, and then they'll go on a run afterwards.
After we played them, they go on a run.
After we played, but hey, they were gonna get 12. What was it? 10 points from Bournemouth, City, Arsenal, and Chelsea, and they just got beat yesterday.
Didn't Sonny say? So yeah, Sonny said 10, right? They can't even get 10 now for the rest of the month.
Yeah, he said 5-0. That's what he
5.
said.
That's right. He
Yeah,
said,
because that was the craziest part. He said, "Oh, because we beat Bournemouth 9-0,
yeah.
so it was like we're on a run." You know what I'm saying? Because we beat Manchester United. So then I said, "All right, so what happened when you beat Bournemouth 9-0, and then you lost to Napoli a couple games later 4-1? Yo, I forgot about that. Yeah, how convenient, isn't it? Yeah,
Hey,
fool.
man.
Yes, I was
Memory.
on the terrace. I was on the Top 6 show last Friday. So shout out to the terrace. Shout out to Terry and the whole football terrace gang over there, the whole hierarchy. So I was on there. So yeah, go check it out after this. It was a good show though. Hilarious. Like some characters. Like he's picked some like Sonny.
Oh,
Have
that was
hope. Yeah,
that was
it's
Hall of
definitely
Fame. That
characters.
was like you had no hope. You had Sonny.
This guy,
No hope.
You
this
had
guy
guy.
keeps calling him no hope, you know.
You had the guy who was the kick-ass stunt double, the Spurs fan. George.
Shout out George, man. Shout out George.
You had Jess who just while she was cooking Sonny, she wasn't even looking at him.
Yeah, she
on
was.
the stream. She was like checking her emails or something like that. And you got flawless guys. Flawless just literally just waiting for these guys to trip him up and literally just saying, "Hey, have hope." You calling him out on his hypocrisy about saying he had Man United and Arsenal in his top 3.
And you're a Chelsea fan. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, you
Exactly.
didn't. There's no way you had Liverpool outside the top 4 at the start of the season. And Arsenal
hey, Jage, like have hope. He's like, it's like Igar in a way of like.
Oh, is he the Chelsea Igar?
Nah, I wouldn't say Chelsea Igar, but it's not. It's he can hide the BS very well, isn't it? That's what I would say.
Yeah, Alhambra, yeah, man. We showing love, have hope, my guy. You know what I'm saying?
He's calm.
I like have hope because when someone points out something to him, he will move the goalpost instantly.
Yes.
To have his agendas, like going like, I think it's like Ronaldo. I can't remember what it was, but there's so many about Ronaldo. He's not a good footballer. He's just, because
Hedges, Haifa was one of them ones where like he would never rate Ronaldo because Ronaldo is just robotic. But obviously, the flair guys will always get more love, isn't it? Like, no, he's just one of dumb fucks, isn't it?
Oh, so
he's actually calm.
He's C1.
I mean, technically, yeah.
And the craziest part is when I asked him, and I said, "So, do you believe that Manchester United squad is good enough to win the Prem?" And the guy paused. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did.
And I
No,
was
he
like,
said, "Yeah." You said, "Why are you pausing for? Why are you thinking this over or something like that?" It should be an instant answer.
Come on, man. Like, I mean, I'm the United fan. If anyone it should be me and Terry who's on there who should be deluded enough to be like, United's good enough to win a league title with that side because we're United fans. What is the pause? Nobody thought it at the start of the season. A few people thought it this season were more than a few, and now nobody thinks it again. It's like, come on, man.
It's all right. I thought you were finishing third all the time, so it's all good.
Yeah. Like you pointed out to yourself, his predictions for the season are exactly as the table.
How convenient at the time that the top 3 were the top 3 right there. Like, this is a guy who never rated Arsenal or Manchester United ever, but now they're in his they're in his top 3. Yeah, sure.
It was, and to Nuno was last Friday. It was Friday, 6 p.m. So it's on there. It's on the football terrace. It was the 10th. That's what it'll be. It'll be on there, the top 6 show. I'm not sure if it's on the playlist, but I'll share it to the community page on the channel after the show. I need to start doing that actually. I'm saying. Oh, did he have Spurs second? That's what he was hiding. Yeah, Alhambra. That's the first time I spoke to him and I knew.
No, I remember like he had because I watched a channel in because he was giving Spurs actually hella prop at the beginning of the season, like most people for whatever reason. Because it's funny, a lot of people, Arsenal fans included, told me Tottenham gonna finish minimum third, highest second. I was
These
like,
guys are undercover Conte stands. Don't let them get away with this.
This is the funny part. I was telling man, we're gonna be getting away with that. I don't know, like I never understood the second, third place thing. Like I never understood it.
Because these guys, they see elite mentality in Antonio Conte, and they feel all warm and fuzzy inside, man. That's it.
I need to say something as well before we get to the end of the stream.
Yeah.
Obviously, this could be the last time that Kane properly played for us in the Champions League. If he goes, thank you for the goals. Thank you for the 0 big moments. Thank you for the 0 iconic goals. Actually, you have 1 iconic goal. It's the goal against Arsenal that we drew. Yeah, man. Thank you.
There you go. Fair enough. And Alam is right. Name checks out. Can't tell a lie if you don't have hope that the lie will work. I'm mad I didn't think of this. I'm gonna use this next time, Alam. I'm gonna shout you out though, Alam. I'm gonna definitely use this line and I'm gonna shout you out for it.
Facts.
Yo, I'm definitely with it. I always give credit. If I use someone else's bar, I always give credit. I'll always say word to such and such, 100%. So I'm pissed at like same way Surfer with the whole his predictions are literally how the title is now. I didn't realize yo.
I didn't watch it live because I would have messaged you
and I would
the
have
whole
said
thing.
it.
I would have told you. I would have gone. You need to say this. Like I would. I tell you right now. I would have had you destroying that Spurs fan when he said down full of Spurs.
Like, I would have allowed George. I want to say
no. I would have super chatted and made
you would have super chatted as well.
I made Terry make you question him. That's what I would have done.
You would have. I know what you're like because you super chat to get at me.
Downfall from where? How can you be a downfall when you're already at the bottom? I don't understand this. Doesn't make any sense.
Hey, Lofa, you know what? The Spurs, obviously, no disrespect to this guy on the terrace, especially the Spurs fans, but they're all deluded.
Oh no, Des, that George guy very rarely turns up after Spurs lose. By the way, just to let you know. Also,
I mean, of course,
he in one stream, he was mocking Terry for celebrating the League Cup win. And when they asked him, then when he asked him what he expects Spurs, I expect to win a cup. But he's mocking the League Cup. Make that make sense, yeah? Make that make sense. So you're mocking the League Cup, which you've only won once in the last as a club 40 years? No, twice in the last 40 years, right? You've won it something like that, or 30 plus. You haven't won the FA Cup in 32 years, sorry, as a club. 32 years about winning the FA Cup. But this guy pops up and says, oh yeah, Spurs mocking. That's what, no, I'm going in. This isn't all Spurs fans, but when I hear Spurs fans mocking other clubs' achievements,
it's weird.
I get so weirded out by that. I mean,
it's so weird. Like, I'm seeing people, Spurs fans, trying to say Arsenal is not good every time they drop points. Mate, have you seen us?
Yeah,
it's a miracle that the other teams are shit. Not that we are here. Like, for me, funny enough, I expected us to be in this position in the league. We're gonna be losing hella games. We're gonna probably win games. We're not gonna draw a lot. So I expected us to be in the top 4 race. But I didn't expect Chelsea to be in 10th. I didn't expect Liverpool to be in 7th. So I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot of Tottenham fans that will tell you, remember who you support, to other Tottenham fans, me included. Like, I will tell people, remember who you support. But then you have the fraction of Tottenham fans who think they support Real Madrid. And, which is really weird, but
it's kind of peak. Hey, big up to you lot, still locked in. Over 100 of you lot locked in. We went over 100 likes. Big up to you lot, went over 100 likes. Still looking for that 2 subscribers though to get us to 5,700. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. Obviously, if you're watching this back afterwards, drop a comment as well. Feel free to drop a comment. Continue to support. We're back today. Obviously, the first one will be Manchester United versus Southampton. That watch along right here on the YouTube channel. And then to end your weekend, as always, midnight, the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, where we answer all of your sporting questions. And Alhambra, big up for the super chat, who says, Terry, king of YouTube engagement, panel serves up gold. Oh, yeah. Terry knows who to go and get. I'm saying you'll have hopes and your Sundays, because it is entertaining. Like, I was on the stream, like, even though I'm on the stream engaging, like, I'm laughing at what's going on. I'm like, all right, I'm just like, how far will you go? How far will you tell this life? Because I like how you lot hear me tell Ryan all the time. You see these live streams, these things are recorded and people can go back and watch them. And that's the first time I'd met Have Hope. And I said, I know Terry and you and the rest of the people on the regulars on the terrace did predictions on the terrace. And I know if we go back and check it, and someone just said it on the channel, on the stream, she said, you didn't have a second. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's like, yo, if you're gonna lie, you gotta have a great memory, people. That's why you shouldn't run agendas. You shouldn't run agendas because you're gonna get caught out. Just be truthful with your footballing opinion. That's why I can never be caught. I can never be caught out like that because I'm consistent. And if I do change my opinion, I'll explain why. But I think this now because of such and such. All this agenda stuff's a myth. But yeah, go on, Jess.
Quickly, Ed. It wasn't Tottenham who started this whole top 4 is a trophy thing. That's Arsenal.
Yeah, Arsene Wenger.
That's Arsenal. That's not
Arsene Wenger said top 4 is like a trophy. So
Yeah,
if you want to like blame somebody,
go to them. They started this.
Yeah.
So I don't know who you support, Ed, but it wasn't us. And if you want to say it based because of this whole Big Six marketing, that's not our fault. That is the people from the FA who just know how to make money.
Yep.
At Marcel, don't worry, man. This top 4 race is not over, man. Like I don't know why people say it's over, or because I saw Liverpool fans say if they would have won today, they thought it would have been over. But I disagree personally. Like I said, I think it's going to be a very scrappy one again. Scrappy one.
Yeah. A big up to P&G who says, great show, fellas. Big up. This show is fortnightly, the Manchester United Chelsea Spurs show. There is a playlist. If this is your favorite show, there is a playlist for this show. So you can just click the playlist on the channel and then all the shows here. And that's every single show on the channel. So whether it's this, whether it's Q&As, whether it's another Man United crossover or the Man United Soul by itself, all of the shows, people, there's a playlist for that I update daily. So it's always there. All the shows are always there as well. Marcel said, I tuned in late, but great show. Big up every time. Yeah, man. Big up as well, man. And Flawless, look forward to you talking to Paul, Fan Saint. Again, funny guy. Cheers for the shows, guys. What's crazy is Saint messaged me after they lost. And he just said, see, I told you. So Saint called it. You can go back and watch the show, people.
Yeah, he did.
Because people are like, people tried to get on Saint for being negative. And he's like, yeah, he bantered. He's like, yeah, we beat us and we beat Manchester United by 7. We're to a turbo. He's like, what about the next game? He's like, I didn't see anything in that game that makes me change my mind about our issues going forward. And he said, I won't be surprised if we go lose the bomb. And look what happened.
Yeah.
But again, I haven't even cooked. All I did was put up the Shannon Sharp meme. People were like, yo, you got to cook, blah, blah, blah. They hurting.
See. You know what I'm saying?
They hurting. You know, like, because I said it. You know what I'm saying, if you go back and look through all the wars and everything that was going on, a lot was going on, people. I said, all right, what happens if they go in? I think on the terrace, I said 1-1. When I made my prediction, I said 1-1. You got your Sunnies 5-0, like, all right, because you beat us in a freak result. Same way they beat Bournemouth 9-0 and then went and lost 4-1 to Napoli. You know what I'm saying? Trossard put a hat-trick on their heads in their own gaff.
I did like the way when you I did like the way sorry, the expression when you went. Cool. Klopp failed last season. And he couldn't compute it in his head. It was like, when you really, he can't say he failed. We, like you said, we were in 1 point. And you went, yeah, that's why you're the best Luigi's around. Do you know what I mean?
Proud Luigi's, man. That's what they are. They are proud.
They're Vegeta, man.
They are proud. They are proud. You know what? I'm going to use the Vegeta line. Thank you. I've been thinking of more number 2, so I appreciate it. They are proud Luigi's.
Yeah.
I said it. They will tell, we almost won the quad. Because he said that, and I said, almost.
Almost.
Because you know what? There's nothing wrong with knowing your role. You know what I'm saying? If Luigi wasn't there, Mario would not be able to go and get the princess back.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He plays his role. If Vegeta wasn't there at times, them sagas would have been even more, you know what I'm saying, more of a headache for the Z fighters.
Yep.
So props to Vegeta, man. You know what I'm saying? Props and Vegeta's a proud Don. He a very proud Don. So yeah, you not be proud of being runners up and silver medalists, man. Nice guys, man. No, he's coming second.
I think there was another point. We've been in title race with Man City for years. Well, it's actually only 2. You know what I mean? The rest of like 18, 19, it was 1. 1920, you ran away with it. 2021, they ran away with it, and then last year that was it. So it's actually only 2. You've actually only been in 2 title races. Really with them. You know. They're so proud. It's like, you're right. Liverpool fans, some Liverpool fans, I don't like to target all Liverpool fans, even though it's fun.
Yeah.
Some Liverpool fans would wear that as a badge of honor. We finished 1 point off.
Twice.
Yeah.
They wear it as a button, ironically, twice, 2 times.
Isn't that a typical English thing, like British thing?
Yes.
We rather praise the underdog or the loser than actual praise the winner.
You know what? It's the desire, the heart that is shown and shit. You know,
Very
what?
similar to you mentioned it there. Is the English way. Look what happened with Mr. Gareth Southgate.
Yes,
He
exactly.
got rewarded for losing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rewarded.
Yeah.
100%. And Alhambra says, what do you have ready for Hassan Flawless? Absolutely nothing.
He does
Absolutely nothing.
You know what, guys?
Doesn't need to do anything. Frost was
Dude,
defending
okay.
himself.
Just
He was-
listen.
He was defending himself. He doesn't need to. The rest of the guys don't. I mean, Daps has had like the last 4 weeks off. Essentially, Daps, right? He's not had to do much, right? He's just there. But you don't even have to say anything Monday.
Say nothing.
It's like
I'm gonna
Matisse's
just chill on Butler and off.
Matisse's go. So, Sam, would you explain yourself? And he can go on for an hour by himself and just talk about it.
I got
He doesn't need to do
nothing.
anything.
Everyone who's locked in now, I've got nothing ready for him. I'm gonna just let him sit in his pain. Hold that. Karma claps back. You know what I'm saying? Claps back worse than I can.
Silent is the best treatment sometimes.
Yeah, man, 100%.
But before as well, I need to reply to Ed again quickly. I mean, you're saying I hear about the Wenger, but your fan base have run with it ever since. At least Arsenal fans always care winning a trophy regardless of what it is. Okay, let's go back to last season. They go out to the FA Cup, I think, to Nottingham Forest, and their fans were like, "Doesn't matter as long as we get top 4.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter that we went out of the FA Cup."
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you want to spread more lies about it, then go ahead. But I mean, don't get twisted. Our fans also treat top 4 as a trophy, but don't just mix us only as the only ones that cares about top 4 and treat it like a trophy. Man United fans do it. Like I see a lot of Man United fans who would rather prioritize top 4 over the Europa League.
Yeah, which is
I see
foolish.
Liverpool fans do it. I mean, Chelsea fans still talk about top 4. How we can still make top 4. So I don't like how you're trying to just put it all on Spurs, saying it's only Spurs fans who cares about top 4.
I would say, let me just respect Marcel. I'm here, win, lose or draw. Okay, I'll complain about my team and I'll praise my team when it happens. Unlike you, who went missing for about a couple of months this season, yeah, when Liverpool were in the dumps. All right, now you're going to probably come out with some type of excuse. I don't care, but you went missing. Okay, I've been here when I've been ill. All right, I've been on stream when my voice has sounded ridiculous. You know, I've been ill here. Okay, so but I like you myself. But you know what? Up yours, as you can hear. Yeah, as you can hear, man. You question my integrity. I'm not having that.
And Alhambra, big up for this super chat as well. Yeah, big up. And now, Lam, you're hilarious. So Sam is going to be complaining, and Flawless is going to hit him with this is the cherry on top, and he's going to be pissed. I'm going to hit him with the dad joke. That's a great line, and I will give you credit for it as well, Alam. I will give you credit.
You must complain about cherries. He goes, who the hell likes cherries?
Yeah. Like I might jump on stream eating cherries. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, can you get
with a cherry bee?
Flawless? Can you get you know what a Belgian bun is, right?
Yeah, no, but go on.
A Belgian bun's like it's like a sort of like a pastry icing, but there's a cherry on top.
Okay, I might do that.
Or like a Bakewell tart. You know what a Bakewell tart is, right?
Yeah, I know what a Bakewell tart is. Yeah.
Get a pack of them, the Kipling's ones. Just get a pack of them and just have while he's like ranting, just like slowly, he just like put it closer to the camera, like stuff like that. Or a cherry bomb.
I might get a cherry B. I might get a cherry B.
You got cherry
I'm saying.
Coke? Oh,
a cherry Coke. I might get cherry B. You know what I'm saying? Because Bournemouth.
He drank the 7-Up. You drink the cherry Coke.
Yeah. Nah, I might get the cherry B. Because then it's cherry Bournemouth. You know what I'm saying? That's what I might do. I might do that.
Yeah.
I might do that. I don't even like cherry B's either. You know what I'm saying? But I might buy one just because. Maybe, people. Maybe. Well, yeah. I'll definitely give you credit if I do use that 110%. 110%.
Marcel's feelings. I'm sorry, Marcel.
But hey, love to you lot. You locked in. You lot continue to support majorly. Love it. Continue to support this show as well in a big way. Obviously, Victor dropped in as well. Obviously, Jez, Surfer, Peter, the regulars as well. This is going to redirect to the United Southampton watch along. All I need you lot to do when I end this stream is just hit the like button and then just close it off. So then when we go over there tomorrow, we're already at highlights already from the jump because that's an early kick. Too early, man. 2 p.m. But we move. How can we be the half 4? Hey, sure.
Pulling out, man.
You know what I'm
pulling out. Let's do this.
Who's we? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you pulling up?
Club.
Are you pulling up?
I didn't say I'm pulling up.
No, I was asking.
Pulling up.
Oh, seeing.
I think I'm gonna go cycle, man. I ain't fucking doing that shit, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Go cycle, fam. 100%. I'll do that. Man. I'm saying you do that. All right.
But if we score, I'll be there.
I'm sure you will be. You know what I'm saying? I expect it. I would expect
the consolation in a 5-1 defeat.
All right, cool, Surfer. If we did the double over you, I wouldn't talk like this. I personally wouldn't
shut
talk.
up, man. We won this weekend. You shut up, man.
We only have a one because we haven't played yet, man.
You shut up, man. Yeah. Concentrate on.
Shut up. We won. We haven't played yet, pussy.
Yeah, shut up, man. We won.
It's okay, man.
Wait, go support. Go. Wait. Wait.
Actually, yeah.
Did you? Are Union St Elmo playing tomorrow or something? Are they playing tomorrow?
All right, man. It's cool.
We are. Are you like the early kick or the late kick? Union USG. Are you the late kick
next week?
Thursday?
So we should be later if we were early this week, right?
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to be the late kick.
All right, cool. Now I'm gonna be locked in because I was locked into. I seen you lot go up by that fluke goal, and then Arsenal, and then Sporting equalised.
You're a hating ass nigga, man. I get it.
Yeah, 100%. I'm a hating ass nigga. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? You damn right.
These guys
100%.
Deflected strike as if I give a fuck.
Yeah, of course.
Niggas care, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
That being said, I want you lot to go through. You know what I'm saying? Knockout Union.
Yeah, easier side, right?
Yeah, 100%. That's an easier draw. 100%. 100%.
They're playing game today.
I'm saying 100%.
Oh yeah, we got the derby. I gotta ask Alam what he wants to do with that.
The funny thing is,
Alam, are you in the chat?
Yeah, you should chat.
Oh, please, guys, you do this all the time.
Fuck you, man. Alam, are we doing the derby with Gang tomorrow?
Yeah, we're definitely gonna do it. Never happened. Never fucking happened.
Alam, I'm down. I'm actually down.
The funny thing is, like, they went up 3 times on Thursday and they still threw the game. I couldn't believe it.
That was so angry, man. I couldn't believe
Flawless
it.
could set up a stream link for you guys to do the watch along. You both won't do it. That's the thing. You know that. You won't commit to it.
No. We'll be there.
Yeah.
I can't like Union Saint Gilloise versus Manchester United. That would be a game.
Oh, that's slap! I'm on my knees. Pause for that tie next. Yes, bring me Manchester United versus USG.
Score 4 goals.
All right, Flawless, set
it
up. So 5:30 UK time. Genk versus Union Saint Gilloise.
All right, cool. I'll set it up. 100%.
Yes, Flawless, just put USG, man. Don't put the whole fucking name in there, man.
Fuck you, man. You know what? You got to put Royale Union Saint Gilloise just for that.
I'll put the full title. Yeah, we'll get it.
There we go, man. Respect us.
But that being said, speaking of Twitch, obviously the schedule and YouTube, I will update after the show, people. So you'll know all the shows that are coming up next week, up until next week, Sunday, here on the YouTube and on the Twitch stacked as well. Obviously, you're doing the most, Man United's, all the crossover shows with the other big 6 sides, Q&As, Champions League watch-alongs, Europa League watch-alongs, the whole 9. Link for the membership is in the pinned comment. Don't forget that. Drop your comments after the show as well. Hit the like button, subscribe. We did get over 100 likes, so salute to you lot. And we're one short of 5,700 subscribers as well. So big up to you lot because the subscribers have gone through the roof. It's crazy. Absolutely nuts the growth. So big up. And we're going to continue to wheel out the content as well. We are not going to stop, people. All right. Love to everyone who has locked in. Anything any of you might want to add before we close out? That's funny. That's funny.
Hey man, fuck this guy, man.
You said Gillette. That's funny.
But 5:30 p.m. guys on the Twitch.
Yeah, sure.
Union Saint Gilloise versus Genk. This is our last chance to pull it back, basically in the title race.
Hey guys, make sure when it goes to 5:35, you remind Peter on Twitter who's supposed to do his watch along. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is my biggest hater, man. This is crazy.
All right. Love to everyone that has locked in. And this has been the Manchester United Chelsea Spurs show on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up and see you lot. Yours, that's funny. And see you lot for the Manchester United Southampton watch along. Go hit the like button. Big up.